Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Sunday Night Football featured what could potentially be a preview of the NFC Championship game as the Detroit Lions traveled to Philly to play the Eagles. Detroit's offense was kept in check as Philadelphia would win that matchup 16-9. The Cleveland Browns hosted the Baltimore Ravens. The Browns had a 16-10 lead in the second half when Dylan Gabriel exited the game due to a head injury. Shedeur Sanders had to enter the game at that point, and the Browns offense struggled, allowing the Ravens to come back and win 23-16. And the Cincinnati Bengals were also in action yesterday. They struggled to get anything going versus the Pittsburgh Steelers and lost by a final score of 34-12.
This update was sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Stop this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Monday. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Hello, Tyvis.
Hello.
The hair's looking luscious today.
Here, thank
It's
you.
great.
Thank you. You know, I'm trying to be less hats. Why? For some odd reason, now that it's getting colder, I'm trying to be less hats.
Oh, I'm going the opposite way. I'm trying to just more hats all the time. That's what I'm trying to do.
I've been thinking about getting the one with getting me a Cleveland hat with the fur, with the little ears with the fur on it.
Is that the Nelly?
Is that what it's called?
The apple bottom jeans boots with the fur?
That's Flow Rider.
Oh, that's Flow Rider?
Yeah.
Well, then I got to change everything about my playlist because that style doesn't play. Apparently, I've been searching for Nelly songs. It's a Flow Rider song. That's my bad. All right, so we have a lot to get to today. We have Shedeur Sanders making his debut up in Cleveland in an NFL game. And
Wrist up.
all the good and bad that went with that. We have apparently Jamar Chase spitting on dudes.
Gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing.
Yeah. So that happened yesterday. And, of course, the Buckeyes played over the weekend. They played UCLA and dominated them, but that is not the main thing I think most Buckeye fans are concerned about, so we'll get into all that coming up. Also, we'll talk to Bob McElligott, 7:17, about the Jackets. They had an overtime loss to the Rangers at home on Saturday night. We've got that coming up. We'll talk to Joshua Perry at 8:30. Our guy, I have Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets to give away sometime today. Tyvis, if you want to say
that one more time.
The Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And I just want to say, Tyvis, if you're looking for the whitest thing you can do for Christmas, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
It has nothing to do with anything like that, Tyvis.
It doesn't matter. By the way, it doesn't matter if it did. Doesn't matter if it did. It's fine. We support everyone here. However,
Do we know why they're called that, though?
Well, Siberia, and it was like a railroad. I think was the idea is like a crossing of the Siberia. Listen, before I go any further with explaining the lore of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, I just want to say their Ghosts of Christmas Eve tour is coming to Nationwide Arena Tuesday, December 23rd. Winner gets a 4-pack of tickets, so we will have those to give away sometime this hour. However, what I would tell you is I think it has something to do with like railroads in Russia, and you have to remember back in the day, like this is basically metal and Christmas music, Tyvis, is what I'm trying to tell you. But not like the metal I listen to, like the meatly metal from like the 80s, where everyone's like has tight pants and big hair and makeup on. That's what this metal is. And some of these guys have been doing it for 50 years.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Siberian
Orchestra. I got to look this up.
TSO, they're a Christmas tradition.
I love that Tyvis has no idea what this is.
I've never heard of it in my
happy.
life.
I've seen them multiple times. Like this is just put the dichotomy out there. They're fun though. They are a fun Christmas show if you've never seen it.
Just like you didn't know who sang the Apple Bottom Jeans song, Tyvis doesn't know who just
I mean, I did know. I just forgot. I confused my rap songs.
It looks pretty cool. Like they got the little fireworks in the back and whatnot.
The lights are a big thing at their shows, right?
Well,
I've never seen them.
They have
either.
laser. Well, they even make it snow during the show. Like they'll play like a really nice soft Christmas
Like
ballad.
Flowrida, the song. Making it rain, he's making it
No,
snow.
like
Like they say, some people make it rain, some people make it snow.
It literally hits your arm and then it dissolves.
See, if you make it rain, though, like you got people scrambling on the ground.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is not like that.
Especially depending on what you're throwing.
You got to remember, a lot of the people going to these shows are over the age of 55, so I don't think we want them scrambling and throwing out hips and busting Achilles and stuff like that.
You want to see an old person feel young again or look young again?
Yeah.
Drop $100 bill on the ground. See what happens. They'll throw the cane, walker, everything, and they'll dive on the ground for that $100.
Well, they're going to do that too. Yeah, I think they're going to be on a second balcony just dumping singles out for people to go get. Yeah, that'll be fun. Anyway, so we have all that coming up. I just want to tell people I am insanely jealous of you before we get to anything else.
Me?
You would think I would be jealous of you because of the football career, the height.
What career?
The national championship, the 4 gold pants, any of that stuff. But no, I'm not jealous of that. I'm not jealous of any of that stuff. The fact you're on TV all the time. No, none of that.
Once a week.
I am jealous of the fact that this week you got to take a 4-hour road trip in silence, nobody else bugging you, and then you got to go to Portillo's. And
let me tell you,
that's the dream for me. The dream.
Let me tell you about that. So
4 hours with my podcast in a car and then eating Portillo's at the end. That's heaven for Bone.
So as I'm driving, right, and when I first initially looked it up, it said 4 hours and 47 minutes.
Oh,
so I'm like, okay, that's not terrible. So we went to Polaris Mall. I was buying my wife because my wife's birthday's tomorrow, so I was buying her gift on Friday before I left. And she wanted the new iPad, so I got that. So I leave from the mall. I put it in, and it says 5 hours and 8 minutes. And I'm like, how in the world is 30 minutes added to it? And I'm right here. Like, my house is like
not far
10 minutes from Polaris. So if anything, it should have been 10 minutes. So it takes me a whole nother route, nother route. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get there. As I'm driving there, I go past Zaxby's.
Oh, really?
And I'm sitting there like, do I get off this highway and ruin Portillo's for Zaxby's?
And what was the answer?
So I said to myself, well, if I'm certainly going past the Zaxby's on my way back tomorrow, I'm going to grab some. I'm going to get the Portillo's tonight. I'm going to get the Zaxby's tomorrow.
Now, pause. You know what my answer would have been.
You would have got both.
Oh, we would have been finding out just how well Zaxby's and Portillo's marry.
Well, that's not
look like. Yeah, that would have been great.
That wasn't an option for me.
Okay.
So I get the Portillo's. It was delicious. I sent y'all a picture. It was divine.
Yeah,
delicious.
Yeah.
The next day, I put in my route, and it says 4 hours and 47 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay, this traffic must have died down. I never went past the Zaxby's. It took me a whole nother way. I was so
Are you kidding me?
I was so hurt.
You should have put Zaxby's
I was hurt.
in the maps.
No, this is a rookie mistake by you because look, you are a foodie, but you are not a fatty. That's a difference. And Dylan is not fat, but he acts like a fatty.
And spirit.
I am a fat and a fatty. But here's the thing. I will add time to the drive.
No.
If I know that there's
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yes, if I know that there's something on the way.
I wouldn't do that.
20 minutes out of the way, I'll go.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Where's the Zaxby's near you, by the way?
It's probably that way.
That's what I'm saying. That's the closest you were going to get. So you should have grabbed some.
Did you not go out of your way at all when you went to Portillo's?
No, I sent that to the hotel. Uber Eats.
Okay.
Shout out to Uber Eats. They always come clutch for me.
Where they have you staying in Urbana?
Yeah. We were staying. I was staying like right across the street from the. It gotta be like the team hotel right across the street from the basketball arena, and we had tickets to go to the basketball game, but I didn't go.
Look at you!
Wow,
go. Must be nice to just shun free tickets to a Big Ten. Well, not a Big Ten basketball game, but a Big Ten team.
It was like courtside too, and I didn't want to go because I was going to see the coach the next day. We was going to sit there and talk.
Is he going to be playing basketball? No, you go to the courtside tickets and you go watch. That's what you should have done.
If it was the Buckeyes, sure.
Well. Buckeyes, by the way, big win over Notre Dame. That was nice.
It was nice.
Christoph Tilley driving the lane.
Yeah.
Giving you a little scoop off the glass. Love to see that. That's an athletic big getting it done.
You thought they was going to draw it up for Bruce?
Oh, I thought I wouldn't have minded that, but I also wouldn't have minded doing something that got the ball out of his hands because I do like to see this Buckeye offense. No, seriously, this Buckeye offense, he's great. But if he's the only guy you have in crunch time, then that's a problem. That's why you lose Big Ten games. Not because of him, but it's like teams know it's one guy. So the fact that Tilly was able to add to that dynamic now and you still got Junie Mobley who could go hit a 3 for you. Like that's good to have multiple guys that they have to worry about at the end of a game in a tight situation. Yeah, that's the way that offense should work. So very nice to see that for Buckeye basketball. Love that. That was great.
I wasn't on Twitter that much yesterday, but I had multiple people reach out to me and ask, is T-Bone ever happy about anything? And the answer I said to them was, no, he is not.
What did I say yesterday on Twitter?
Were you not live tweeting the Ohio State basketball game? I don't know. I
think I tweeted like twice about it. Oh no, I had something where I said, what did I say?
He said so much he forgot what he said.
I probably should have went and looked, but I had literally two people say within like 2 seconds of each other, is he ever happy about anything? And I said, no, he's not.
I literally just hang on. During the game, when the Buckeyes were like down 11 and Notre Dame was driving in the lane at will, I said, hey, this is not a surprise. I've been saying they have to be better on the perimeter defensively, and they were getting annihilated that way. But they made some adjustments. They got better as the game went on, so kudos to them for that. But yeah, sometimes people throw that stuff at you too, where it's like, you realize this was tweeted in like the first half of the game, right? When this was happening and it was bad. But I did also say if I was the AD, I wouldn't be letting the creepy boosters sit right on the bench with the coaches. But that's just me. That's another thing. Because every other shot, I kept looking to be like, damn, it's him again. There he is. Okay, gross. I don't like that, but whatever. They got the job done yesterday, so that was nice. All right, Buckeye basketball, good. Buckeye football, we got a whole bunch to talk about, and we will do that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Monday. We are seeing traffic start to build up for our friends in New Albany this morning, especially 161, that eastbound direction as you're passing 62 and getting closer to Beach Road this morning, getting closer basically towards that east side out there. Looking at 30 miles per hour for your travel times, a little bit slower, but hey, some better news if you're heading downtown. A live look at 270 and 670 north of Agler Road. No issues out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
This time of year, it's all or nothing. And Toyota's got all you need during Toyota Truck Month. Now through December 1st, get $3,000 customer cash on remaining new 25 Tundras. Or get 0.99 APR financing plus $1,000 TFS APR cash. With approved credit through TFS. Excludes TRD Pro. APR cash must be applied to deal. And every new Toyota comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Ride off, then write off when you take advantage of the year-end tax break offers at Bobcat Enterprises. Right now, Bobcat has 0% financing for 60 months on compact tractors. Use tax code deductions to maximize your reinvestment power and gain a competitive edge for 2026. Plus, you can lease, finance, or directly purchase equipment and still apply for the tax deduction. Stop by Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard, Reynoldsburg, or Zanesville, or see our full line of products at bobcatent.com today. Offer expires 12/31/25.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey Columbus, keep your business running smooth with the Door Company of Ohio. Experts in commercial doors and repairs. Call us at 614-338-1414. The Door Company of Ohio. Your doors, our service.
Hey, you know that chronic pain in your knees, hip, back, shoulders, whatever joint it might be, it can make life feel impossible. But at QC Kinetics, there's a breakthrough treatment that's giving patients relief, some cases even within 1 day. It's called stem wave therapy. This device has been used for over 20 years in Europe, and it's made its way to the United States. And there's a groundswell of demand for the treatments because the patients are getting real relief from acute pain, and they're spreading the word. Here is the most interesting detail. The device is both a diagnostic and therapeutic, helping Dr. Ray Tesner and the medical team at QC Kinetics find the problem and then trigger your body's own natural healing response. StemWave uses the same technology as lithotripsy, the sound waves that penetrate, spark blood flow, and more cellular activity. That's exactly what you need to promote healing and relief. Wondering if this is a good solution for you or your pain? QC Kinetics is making it easy. Your first treatment is only $49. So call for a consultation and ask about the $49 treatment right here at 380-208-4544.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA-certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Our students need more than backpacks and pencils to succeed in our schools and in life. It takes a whole team of dedicated professionals to meet their needs so they can reach their full potential. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Winsing. This American Education Week, let's stand together in support of the teachers, the paraeducators, school bus drivers, custodians, secretaries, and so many others who work together to serve Ohio's public school students. Because in Ohio, public education matters.
Rockman and Ice.
They've revolutionized the money clip. What does Tyvis Powell carry?
Say this word for word. You got that clip on you?
Oh, he's going to think you're talking about that.
What is that?
Rockman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start off mostly clear and chilly with wake-up temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s, and then don't let the sunshine fool you this afternoon. Daytime highs only topping out in the mid to upper 40s. For tonight, starting off mostly clear with rain developing toward daybreak on Tuesday. Could see it mixed with some snowflakes for the morning commute, but no accumulation is expected. Wake-up temperatures on Tuesday right around freezing. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
It's Reaction Monday, where our highly trained experts talk football.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
Your home for reaction and overreaction. The Fan. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
For now. Never know. Tyvis, you may get appendicitis someday.
No.
That could happen.
No.
It can happen to anyone.
No.
Lots to get to today. We will talk Bob McElligott. We will not talk Bob McElligott. We'll talk with him coming up. Jackets time. We will talk with him in 1 hour. Jackets lose to the Rangers in overtime on Saturday night. Buckeyes.
They got a point.
Got a point, though. That's right. Got a point. Didn't score much, but got a point. So that's, hey. I have said, I'll keep saying it, I feel like this team is better suited to win games 5-4 than to win them 2-1. That's just where I think this team plays better, and I don't think they win them 5-4. I think they win them like 6-3 more often than not. But whatever. We'll find out what Bob thinks. We'll talk with him 1 hour from now. Buckeyes get the win over UCLA. 0 resistance from University of California, Los Angeles. They had nothing for Ohio State pretty much all game. The Bruins, kind of before the game started Friday night, kind of took whatever little bit of air there was into this game, or maybe a little bit of what you thought. Ryan Day had talked last week about, hey, at least Nico Iamaleava is a guy that you have to watch out for. He's a dual-threat quarterback. He's a tough guy. He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. That's a good test for us. Well, it came out Friday night. He was in concussion protocol and not going to play. So I don't have concussion protocol, I don't think, necessarily in college like they do in the NFL, but whatever. He was dealing with a concussion. They said he was not going to play. Some speculated that the concussion was presumptive concussion from given the fact that last year he played here with Tennessee, and then that didn't go well.
I was going to say, is it the concussion from last December? Is that what he was thinking about?
He remembered the hits that had happened and was like, you know what, I'm already getting a headache. I'm just going to sit this out.
And like I said in our group chat, if you're scared, go to church, Nico.
Wow.
Don't fake a head injury.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but also he literally had his helmet cracked open by this Ohio State defense last time. Now for a different team, apparently, but just saying, I could understand if someone gets a little PTSD from that and said, I don't know if I'm ready to go. But either way, he said he had a concussion. I'll take him at his word. Buckeyes win 48-10. Where do you want to start here, Tyvis? Because we can break down the game, but I think where most people are after this one, it has nothing to do with the game. Has a lot to do with what's going on off the field. But go ahead.
I have one thing about the game. Two things. One, it was nice seeing the run game go. It really was. It was nice to see Julian saying have some adversity, quote unquote, because he rolled his ankle and then he was out without his two primary wide receivers, and yet he was still able to march downfield and be able to score. So that was nice to see. The only issue I had out of this entire game was that when Caden Curry blocked that punt and went to do his basketball celebration, he traveled.
Like Giannis does?
No.
Was that not a gather? I thought there was a gather.
We ain't going to do that.
I thought I saw a gather step.
No.
Yeah, I saw a gather step.
That man did, instead of he tried to do the James Harden step back, he did like 4 step backs before he shot the ball. That's a travel.
No, I thought overall the running game was the positive here. The fact that Bo Jackson carried the ball 15 times and had 100 yards, that's good. And whatever the level of competition you want to say about UCLA, fine. We know their defense isn't very good. Even when they had their little moment where they were playing better and they were, beating Penn State and all that stuff, this is still not a good defense. So, yeah, I'm not like, oh, it's all fixed now, but it's good to see the confidence level for Ohio State hopefully build a little bit off of this, that they can run the ball more. So that's good. On the Julian Sayin front, it was definitely not his best game. I do think, like you said, him dealing with the adversity with the ankle injury is something that I don't care what it does for his Heisman abilities. I don't care what it does for like all that. It just is something that you have to be able to play through. And to see him be able to find a way to get through that and still make some plays, that gives you hope for, when the tougher games are coming, there's going to be a little bit more physicality. He's going to take some shots. I think that's something that you haven't seen a lot of, right? He hasn't had a lot of chances where he's been hit hard. He wasn't hit hard on that play. It was
he just rolled his own ankle.
Because we have the great turf there at Ohio Stadium, which was I'm such a fan of. But anyway, so that seeing him deal with that pain, still be able to get out there and play through it, that was a good thing.
Oh, and then the Devin Sanchez thing. He gave up the little slant that went for like a good 30 yards, and then he came right back and hit him with the drag route and scored the touchdown. I mean,
listen, it doesn't matter the team right now. When Six is out there, they are looking for him. Wow. And he's a freshman.
Yes.
But there were some people out there who were trying to tell you that he is Jeremiah Smith, but on the other side of the ball. Maybe he will be by the time you played defensive back. You played like a similar position. I'm sure it is hard to take all that in as a freshman and be put in those spots. But yeah, right now it's not going, I think, as well as people would have hoped it would be, put it mildly.
I'm going to be honest with you. Very seldomly is a corner going to come out of high school and just be that deal. Like that, it's a very tough position. It's the hardest position to play in football. So it takes time to learn the position. A lot of the times what separates a lot of people is the above shoulders, not even the physical traits. It's the fact of knowing the game and understanding the game. And that's just kind of where he is. I think he has all the physical tools to be really good. He's young and he's learning, concepts. He's learning about, when to let people break your cushion, when to open up, like on the slant. Like to me, he opened up his leverage and they ran a slant. Like to me, he was a little more aggressive, stayed a little more square. Maybe he could have drove on that and made a play on it. But that just comes with reps, being young, going up against different type of talent, and it's very hard to come in and just be dominant as a true freshman like that. It's going to take some time.
Yeah, I'm not giving up on the guy at all, but I do think it's unfair to sit here and not that you are, but I've seen some people in the media who kind of are like, well, hey, don't get too worked up about this. No, man, you're trying to go back to back. You're trying to go undefeated, trying to do all these things. We're going to look at the weak spots right now in that defense. He is one of the very few weak spots that we've seen. Doesn't mean he can't improve and get better, to your point, right? I mean, there's still plenty of time for that to happen. And nobody's a freshman at the end of these years, right? At the end of your freshman year, you cease to be a freshman because moments like this happen. You go get better, hopefully. Mm-hmm. You go get some film study. You get yelled at by your coaches. You get whatever needs to happen there. But, yeah, hopefully he can bounce back from that and get better. But yeah, right now it's not good enough.
Yeah.
And so I think everybody can acknowledge both things are true.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Like I said, the thing is that he's got two guys that's in front of him that's really good. So he's learning every day. He's going up against some really good competition in practice every day. So it will expedite his learning process. He will be fine, And the thing is, we've had games where he's had to start. When Lorenzo went down, they slid Jermaine inside, and he had to play outside for an entire game, and it wasn't bad. He did okay in that spot. So he's had some moments where they know that they can get through a game, and he will continue to get better. I'm not worried about it at all.
A couple other things from the game, because one thing that I wanted to get to is
the people's choice.
What was the people's choice?
James Peoples.
Oh, right. I missed out on the nickname. What are you going with?
I mean, we're 26 minutes into the show, and I want to know what the Fringe thinks about the injury situation, because I'm in a full-blown panic, okay? And I'm not even a Fringe member. But we got Jeremiah Smith walking around like Forrest Gump in the beginning of the movie, okay? Carnell Tate, we don't even know anything about him. We don't even know. We just no one's reporting anything about Carnell Tate, and then out of nowhere, Pete Thamel's like, hey, by the way, Carnell Tate's not playing. What's going on?
Dylan.
What's going on?
Dylan, if I didn't know any better, I would think maybe you're the one who tweeted out Ryan Day's address last year. Welcome to the club, buddy. Glad you're here. Yeah, I have lots of concerns. I have Michigan PTSD kicking in. I got all kinds of nerves, but no, the number one thing for me is the two best wide receivers in America are Ouchie, and I'm not feeling good about that.
This is bad timing, folks.
No, and I could do an hour on that thing you said about how do we go 2 weeks with Carnell Tate having injuries and we hear nothing about it. We have 800 beat reporters for this stupid team. How do we not have someone who saw, hey, Ryan Day, Carnell Tate, good to go? Last week he didn't play. No one asked that question this week. What are we doing? So we get to the game. We get 2 hours before the game. And by the way, people, if you don't know, when Pete Thamel puts that out there, they're like, oh, Carnell Tate's going to play. He put it out 5 seconds before the injury report comes out or the who's available, who's not report comes out, where everyone gets it. So no one broke this story because apparently everyone at the Woody is very happy with just going, yeah, I knew about that. I didn't report it, but I knew about that. Great. Does your readers no good? But at the end of the day, Carnell Tate, I was at a point before the game where when that Carnell Tate injury news came out, I actually wasn't that worried. I wasn't concerned.
No.
I looked at that and said, I know what's going on exactly. Then I watched the game, and my panic level went from like, oh, I know what's happening to, we might have some problems. We're 2 weeks out from Michigan. Of course, you know what else comes after that. You've got Big Ten championship game, hopefully. Then from there, it's college football playoff time. I am concerned, and I will tell you why when we come back in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we have a ramp closure to talk about for our friends on the north side. It's going to be starting tonight in these overnight hours, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. So it's going to be that 23 southbound ramp to 270 in that eastbound direction. As for that detour, because again, it will be starting tonight, take 23 southbound instead to 270 in that westbound direction. That will get you past 315 all the way to Sawmill Parkway. Once you get out there, exit off and move back on a 270 in that eastbound direction where you want to go. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Columbus Aesthetic and Plastic Surgery. Visit experiencecaps.com today and use code TYVISCAPS for $1,000 off a NeoGraft treatment.
Did you know that Byers Airport Subaru is the oldest Subaru retailer in the entire country? And just like a veteran quarterback, we've been delivering winning drives for generations right here by the airport. During the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, trade in your car for a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 0% for up to 36 months, and Subaru will donate $250 for every vehicle leased or purchased this month. Kick off your next adventure at columbussubaru.com. Subject to credit approval, financing offer term up to 36 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentives. See dealer for details. Offer ends 12/1/25.
It's the biggest savings event of the year. Menards. 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day. Save big money on everything you need for any project. We've got something for everyone. Homeowners, contractors, DIYers, the kids, and even grandma. Hurry, Menards 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day.
Save big money
11% mail-in rebate is a merchandise credit check. Good on future in-store purchases. See menards.com for details.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity, I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Yeah, we rely on our medical staff, and just, go with, the doctors. They're the ones who know best. And then certainly the feedback that you get from the players is important as well. And just make the best decisions we can.
Is there anything that you are concerned long-term about Carnell or Jeremiah right now?
No.
Okay. There's Ryan Day saying no long-term concerns about Carnell Tate or Jeremiah Smith. That is the most we heard about that from Ryan Day all week. Till after the game, we now hear, oh, yeah, by the way, they both are injured and ouchy and bad. And we saw Jeremiah Smith, who wasn't bad, but he's limping around after the game. Like you said, Dylan, it looked like Forrest Gump with the braces on, and I thought that's not a great sign. Carnell Tate, see, before the game, Tyvis, here was my lunatic fringe tape. But why are you...
I'm hiding from the lunatic fringe.
I just looked over, and Tyvis has put his hoodie on and tied it up around his chin.
I don't know. I'm trying to protect myself. Go ahead.
Are you calling plays for the Browns? Is that what's going on? We'll get to the Browns later because, yeah, plenty of talk on Shedeur Sanders for sure today. But
up.
My lunatic fringe thought before the game was, oh, yeah, Carnell Tate, this is load management. This is NBA. I've seen this. I know what this is. We've seen it plenty of times. And everybody wants to complain about it, but the reality is you keep your studs ready for the game. You keep them ready for the games that matter. And UCLA doesn't matter. If Carnell Tate has even a little hint of something, sure. But also, let's just do a little load management here. And I thought then before the game, it's like, oh, Jeremiah Smith? Little ouchie too, and I thought, oh great, load manage both of them, no problem, because you can still win with Brandon Ennis and a bunch of freshmen at wide receiver. That'll be fine. It's UCLA, no problem.
Bryson Rogers is no freshman. But.
I'm sorry. Okay, Bryson Rogers, my bad. Anyway, the point is, he's not the number 1 or number 2 wide receiver in the country. I was okay with the load management. I thought that's what we were getting. Then the game starts, and Jeremiah Smith is out there one-handing catches, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're not doing load management with him. I guess he's fine. Then he comes out of the game and doesn't return, doesn't play the second half, which, yes, of course.
You want to know what's interesting about him?
Don't play him if he's hurt. But why did they risk him in the first place is now my question.
He probably wanted to play.
Who
cares?
I don't care. Exactly
Who
right.
Cares? The player say he want to play, and he's good to go for a while.
If Jeremiah Smith looks like that, how does Carnell Tate look? That's what I want to know.
Well, that's where the fringe in me got going, is because I'm like, hold on, I thought I had it figured out that it was load management.
Y'all act like
and then I see Jeremiah Smith limping visibly, and I thought, well, then could Carnell Tate even walk? He wasn't even in pads. He was in street clothes. How did no one know that before the game? How did one of the beat writers not pick up on that before this game?
That I can't answer that
I don't
question.
understand that at all.
What I will say is a couple of things. One, it's week 10. Everybody out there got something going on. I'm going to tell you that now.
Sure.
As a guy that's been in those locker rooms week 10, something hurts.
Of course.
And that's just what it is. That's just not Ohio State. That's all across football. Everybody's got some type of pain, whether it's a toe, finger, which is the most annoying if it's a toe or a finger, leg, hip, hamstring, or something. So I'm not shocked by that. Anything, if you could sneak a couple of bye weeks in for your star players by letting them sit, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're playing the long game. So I have no issue with that. If Carnell was dressed last week, he warmed up last week, and then they said he felt something tightness in warmups, right? That was the report?
Yeah, that was the report, yeah.
All right, so then I don't know how – I can't answer the question of how anybody on the beat doesn't know that he wasn't going to play in this game, because if he felt that tightness and he didn't practice this week –
Well, do we know?
You should know that.
Do we know?
Well,
did anybody ask?
We
Did he practice this week?
Do they watch? Do they run it like the NFL where they like get to watch like the first 15 minutes?
I don't know what they get to watch over there, but I'm going to guess they get to see what Ohio State wants them to see, because this is what I know. Ohio State keeps a very firm grasp on the information they want out there. And there's a lot of compliant media in this city, apparently, that will be happy to not pass along info that they know. But maybe they just genuinely don't. Maybe they literally didn't see Carnell Tate. Maybe they didn't see any of practice this week. That's fine. All I'm saying is, with Carnell Tate, how do you go with the second best wide receiver in the country, a guy who may win the Biletnikoff, or who knows what awards he could win? And that guy either didn't practice this week or did, and then they just flat out said, we're not playing him before the game. How is none of that info available to that boggles my mind. But regardless, I don't care about that anymore. I don't care about what the journalist did or didn't do. What I care about is he going to be okay in 2 weeks when they play Michigan?
What I will say about that is that game is so important. It means so much that if you got a heartbeat pulse, you just need a pulse, I think you'll play it.
I believe you, and I agree with you.
Because I think for Jeremiah Smith, for him to only play a half and still have 4 catches, 40 yards, and tie for team high on the game.
Yeah.
I think he just wanted to test it out. Like, okay, if this was a dire situation that we had to have it, I can still get it done.
Well, you know who had a pulse last year? Will Howard. But you know what allegedly happened to him?
He went out there.
He got a concussion.
Yeah. And guess what he did? Stayed in the game, too.
And how do you look after that?
That's not the point. That
is the point. The point is if these two aren't 100%, my concern for this team running the table went from like a 3 to a 6.
Oh, sure.
With just an injury report.
No, look.
I'm in full-blown panic mode over this.
I'm in panic mode they can still, regardless, right? Like, even if they don't have both of these guys for the next 2 weeks, which I think is very unlikely, right? But we know what can happen even if, God forbid, they lose to this stupid Michigan team. Because I don't know if you watched that Northwestern game. They are garbage. But they can still go play in the Big Ten Championship, then go on from there and do whatever, right? Although you have to beat Michigan, I believe, to get to the Big Ten Championship.
Is it sad that I rooted for them that game?
Michigan?
Yeah.
You know what I rooted for? Never playing a game at Wrigley Field ever again, because the whole freaking game, there's a cable right in front of your eyeballs. Like, on the camera, it was just this cable that holds up, I don't know, the netting or something. It drove me nuts. Anyway, back to Ohio State. We know the big goal is to go out and win a national championship. Go back-to-back, something no one's ever done at Ohio State. However, I think for most Buckeye fans at this point, certainly for the Lunatic Fringe, I can't watch another loss to Michigan this year. So everything to me right now, the focus is get these guys healthy and ready to go for Michigan. My concern is, if every report that I've seen of the people who are willing to talk about it, which is not many, but it looks like Carnell Tate has some kind of a calf issue. If it's a calf issue and they are this concerned that they're not even playing him, then we also know from watching the NBA, we know about load management. Everybody on this show, big NBA fans. What's the other thing you've seen in the NBA when it comes to calf injuries?
Achilles.
Right. So then my pit in my stomach goes, right? If I'm an NFL prospect, if I'm a guy they're talking about possibly going top 5, top 10, like they are with Carnell Tate, do I want to go out and risk a calf injury, turn it into an Achilles and knocking me out for a year, bumping my draft stock down? Like, all of that is circulating in my head. Know what the difference between... That's not good.
You do know what the difference between what Carnell is doing and what the NBA players did, right?
What are we talking about? Load management?
Yeah, when it came to like Achilles, when you talk about you fear like you go from calf strain to Achilles tear.
Sure.
The difference between those two is Carnell has rested 2 weeks.
Yeah, but what about
this is what always. How many times do we see in the NBA playoffs though, where it's like
they don't have time to rest? They got to
But
play.
we saw like a few years ago, Kevin Durant. He sat out a couple playoff series, came back for like Game 3 of the finals, and then first quarter in, boom, Achilles out for a year.
Yeah. So if it is a calf injury,
like 2 weeks. He's gonna get 3.
Okay. If it is
1 week makes a big difference.
If it is a calf injury, I hope it's not. But if that's what it is, I hope nothing further happens. I am obviously concerned about that. I am concerned too. Jeremiah Smith is walking around like literally. I saw every Twitter doctor was like, it's got to be hamstring or back. I don't know that that's the case, but it would make sense because literally it looked like he could not bend his legs after he left. I know how he looked like during the game. After he left midway through the game, and then you see him limping off the field, it wasn't exactly the most encouraging sign.
So let me ask you this. What's more important, the long game or beating the team up north?
Oh, God.
Look who you're talking to.
I'm just asking.
I have seen a national championship in the last 12 months.
So let me ask you this.
I haven't seen a Michigan win in 6 years.
Because I need some sense out of you. So
there's no sense you're going to get.
So let's say Jeremiah and Cardinell goes out in the team up north game and plays, and then something bad happens and they can't play for the rest of the season. Was it worth it?
Did we beat Michigan?
Sure.
Then it was absolutely right.
Okay.
Get those gold pants. Let's go. Do something. By the way, Buckeyes still haven't had a successful season in 6 years. They've accomplished some things, but success is beating Michigan. Success is beating Michigan, my friend. That's where I'm at. So, yeah, my panic level for that, again, nothing to do with Michigan. Did you see any of that game, Tyvis? The Northwestern Michigan game?
I did not.
Let me tell you right now.
I was driving.
Let me tell you. I know you were. I didn't know if you got a chance to look at it because I will tell you right now, Ohio State can name the number against those corners. They have some of the worst secondary I've seen Michigan have in a long time. You got guys from Northwestern who look like they are there to be an accountant, not to play football, who are pulling in 40-yard bombs. Like, you tell me that this Ohio State offense couldn't get anything they want against this defense. Now, if the offensive line has to hold up, but I'm just saying, if you have your two stud receivers, it's not on paper, it's not a concern. If your two stud receivers are out, then it becomes a little bit more just of all the other stuff starts kicking in for me.
The most important thing that happened this weekend is that Tyvis saved the show.
Our show?
Yeah, I saved our show.
How did you save our show?
Because I went 2-0 in my picks.
Well, we
and helped us finish with a positive record.
You had you had Northwestern 11 plus 11.5.
That was easy. That was a layup.
That was a layup. That was good.
Now that Seahawks, I had to sweat that one out.
What were they, minus 3?
3.5.
Oh yeah, that worked out for you. They came back in that game because man, Sam Darnold was throwing some picks all over the field in that game. That was not
4 picks.
They came back though. They found a way to come back.
4 picks.
Talking about Michigan spreads though, I don't want to hear it. How many people were sure last year that Ohio State was winning when their two best players missed the game and they had 6 wins going into it? I don't care how much better you think Ohio State is than Michigan.
Again, I'm just talking about on paper. I'm with you that all the in between the ear stuff is what I'm worried about. Yes, 100%. Don't worry. I'm with you 100% on that. By the way, Shedeur Sanders made his debut for the Browns, and because it's the Browns, you can guess how that went. We will talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. We are noticing a couple of crashes for our friends in our south side of the city. The first one is going to be happening on 23, that northbound direction over by Asheville this morning. As you're passing Little Walnut Road, that's where the crash is. Expect some lane closures out there. Already down to 24 miles per hour, folks. Northbound again, 23 when it comes to your Monday morning commute out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Ooh, winter's coming. And when the wind starts to blow, don't come inside to the cold. Open the door to peace of mind with your Waterworks and Header Precision Furnace Tune-Up and Energy Savings Plan. Your furnace is the heart of your home, and Waterworks and Header will have yours running at peak performance throughout the winter. Plus, you'll save on those energy bills too. Go to waterworks.com and schedule your furnace tune-up online. Waterworks and Header, heating, cooling, and plumbing, together to serve you better.
You ever watch kids play sports and think about your glory days? You tell all your friends that if your knee or back wasn't bothering you, you could go out there and show them up. Oh, do I have good news for you, because relief is closer than you think, and it doesn't have to come from a scalpel. What if it could come from you? At QC Kinetics, we tap into your body's own regenerative power using natural healing factors that help restore and repair damaged tissues, reduce inflammation, and relieve pain at its source. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery, just your body remembering how to feel alive again. Imagine swinging that golf club, hiking that trail, or dancing in the kitchen to your favorite tune. That's the freedom QC Kinetics help people rediscover every day. Don't just master pain. Let QC Kinetics regain what pain took away. And now is a great time to use your HSA and your FSA fund to get started before this year ends. The consultation is totally free, so go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Make your list, check it twice, and shop smart this holiday season. Open a Visa at Kemba Financial Credit Union and add some jingle to your wallet with $150 cash back after your first $1,500 spent within 90 days. Apply at Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Offer ends 12/31/25.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort. Trade in your bad feet for good feet.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. At Meijer, we're working hard to make this year's Thanksgiving a good deal better. Meijer frozen turkey is just 39 cents per pound with M-Perks. Limit 1 per customer, no clipping necessary. Save even more with Meijer brand hot deals all season long, like Meijer cut green beans and whole kernel corn, just 49 cents a can. Meijer turkey stuffing mix is 99 cents. And cans of both Meijer cranberry sauce and pure pumpkin are just $1.09 each. Delicious deals and a Thanksgiving meal to remember. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Get ready for big savings this season at Germain Toyota. Drive home a rugged 2026 Toyota Tundra with 2.99% APR for up to 72 months, plus get $1,000 in customer cash. Or take the wheel of a 2026 Toyota Camry LE. Lease it for just $269 a month for 36 months with 10,000 miles a year and $32.99 due at signing. Whether it's power or performance you're after, Germain Toyota has the deal to get you there in style. Visit Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road or online at germaintoyota.net.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
The moment I walked into Caps, I knew that I was in the right place for my NeoGrav treatment. Caps is state-of-the-art, clean, sleek, and built for people who take aesthetics seriously. Their technology is top tier, and the whole experience felt professional from start to finish. As men, we hit the gym, we care about our style, so why not our hair and skin too? There's nothing vain about wanting to feel good. Caps made it easy, honest, and judgment-free. No pressure, just real people helping me make the best decision for myself. Make the best decision for yourself with Caps by visiting experiencecaps.com.
Shedeur Sanders got this, well, not the start, but he got into the game yesterday. The Ravens beat the Browns 23-16. Yeah, Browns fall to 2-8, 2-3 at home. Ravens are now 5-5, and this division remains a weird, wide open kind of affair, but the Ravens keep winning, so they are still in the mix. However, the story, of course, is that Dylan Gabriel got thrown to the turf at one point during this game, slammed his head on the turf, had to go out for concussion protocol. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders then gets an opportunity to come in the game. And I don't know, Is that the loudest Brown Stadium was probably all season long? Was that moment right there when he ran into the game?
It'd be so funny to me how fans go from booing to cheering. Like it was boo. The boo birds came out early. I want to say at one point in the first quarter it came out, and then again in the second quarter, and then they seen 12 jog on that field, and that place erupted. And he proceeded to do nothing but throw a pick and almost threw another pick. But then I guess in the moments of the game settling down and you got to have it in that moment, he was able to get a clean pocket. His offensive line did a good job of providing him time. I think the biggest difference between Dylan and Shedeur is that Shedeur is looking to make the big play, and Dylan wants to just take the quick, easy thing, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it gets boring, and I think that people enjoy seeing him, at least Shedeur, push the ball down the field. And, to start that drive, to hit Harold on that 25-yard dig route, I was like, okay. All right, yeah. That was a nice little drive start. You hit that drive start like it's you in motion now. It's all about catching that rhythm. And then the next play, I want to say he threw it to Judy. Judy made a guy miss, got the first down. And then I think after that, he did the spin out thing and missed Bond in the back of the end zone, which that's on him.
Like, you got to make that play.
Yeah,
sure.
Like that one, the place would have went crazy. They should have went for 2 if they would have scored that too. But that was one of the ones where it's like you spent out of it, you made a great play, you got your feet settled, and you threw it, and you just sailed it. And then I wanted to see how you bounce back from that. To have that moment where it's like, man, I had it and I just blew it. The next play, I think, is the one he threw at the Gage, where he threw an absolute dime to Gage, but Cheeto just did a wonderful job. Shout out to Cheeto. I played with Cheeto in Dallas.
Who is Cheeto?
Chidobe Awuzie.
Oh, okay. Using nicknames.
Everybody call it Cheeto.
Well,
when I was in Dallas, that was Cheeto.
All right, fine. Cheeto.
So, shout out to Cheeto. He made a really good play with just ripping that ball out, and that's just part of the game. DBs get paid as well, and he's been playing this game for quite some years, and he understands the nuances of the game. And then on the last play, Draymond. Shout out to Draymond, man. You cheated on this one, Draymond. You got away with this one, but he definitely jumped off sides. But Draymond kind of blew the play up and caused some panic, and that was it. But, like, to me, walking away from the entire experience, my thing is I walked away feeling like there's not that big of a difference between Dylan and Shedeur. Like, people been hammering for Shedeur and all these things, and you just want to see change. If Shedeur wasn't on the roster, you really wouldn't be mad at what Dylan is doing, because you'll say, oh, he's a third-round pick. He's 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season. Not bad. But it's the fact that it's so boring, and you get tired of seeing the check downs and the little stuff, and it's like, just push the ball down the field. Like, do something different. And it makes you want to see what's next. So I understand that from a fan standpoint, but when it came to Shedeur, he struggled too. Like all the things that everybody said was going to be a problem for him, it showed up. He held the ball for too long. He took some sacks that he just kept doing the reverse out, going backwards, taking sacks things. And I think that that's something that they've been trying to coach out of him, and he still hasn't gotten that. Now, if it's blocked up well, accuracy is still there. Like he still throws a really good ball when he settles down and he gets his feet up under him. The accuracy has always been really good, but it's just other things about the game. For me, I think that, one, he looked like a rookie, which to be expected. He has not grasped the speed of the game. Like in college, there's certain things you can get away with. In NFL, it's just so fast that like it's not going to happen. And I think that he's still trying to learn that. But for a guy who hasn't thrown to the ones, to be able to put together a final drive like that, like, it makes me wonder, like, okay, maybe what would it look like with a full week? Not saying that he's just head and shoulders better than Dylan, but what would he look like if he did have the reps with the ones and he did have that chemistry? And it'll be interesting. I know Kevin spoke after the game and said if Dylan clears concussion protocol, he'll be the starter. But if he doesn't, then Shedeur will be the starter. We'll see.
I see. Yeah, I think there's a lot to take away from this game. I posted something on Twitter yesterday that I got accused of engagement farming, like just trying to rage bait people. And what I said was something that I actually believe from watching the actual game, because I look at Shedeur Sanders, and to your point, he pushes the ball down the field, and that is something Browns fans, when he came in, there was a feeling of hope, which we're Browns fans. It's stupid that we ever get our hopes up, right? We should never do that. It's a bad strategy on all parts. However, I feel like that is what he represents. And it's not just an idea with him, because when you actually watch him play, he does a lot different than I think what Dylan Gabriel does, good and bad. And I think he's a very fascinating case study, not on NFL quarterback play, but on humans, because the responses to him from yesterday, playing a half of football, are insane on both sides, to be fair. I was a little insane with it too. We'll talk about that when we come back. Plus, like I said, Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets. I'm going to give you a 4-pack of those right now. 7th caller, 614-821-9710 is the phone number. TSO coming with their Ghosts of Christmas Eve tour to Nationwide Arena Tuesday, December 23rd, but you can get a 4-pack right now. Good luck. 7th caller, 614-821-9710. Browns talk and some Bengals talk coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still looking pretty busy for our friends in our south side. That's because we're seeing another crash. Again, that's on 23 in that northbound direction at Duval Road. That's just south of Lockburn. A left lane blocked out there. Already down, though, our travel times. 9 miles per hour out there. Not looking good. Lots of red on that time saver traffic map. Also looking at that traffic cam. Pretty active scene this morning. Lots of first responders there. So if you want to, definitely utilize taking State Route 104 instead up towards the northbound area and heading downtown. Avoid 23 if you can this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary, ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
When you need a mini excavator or a not so mini excavator, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and hardest working equipment experts in Columbus, we can help you take a big step toward a mini excavator in one of 17 different sizes, from 2,000 to 18,000 pound machines with 6 to 24 feet of reach and 5 to 15 feet digging depth. Though in the most rental locations, and it's no wonder the Columbus builders who are building Columbus lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Rick Germain called me the other day and said, Mikey, we need you back at Germain Nissan. The dealership misses you, and people are forgetting how awesome Nissans are. I'm a dude that's owned pretty much every Nissan under the sun, and I'm excited to go back in and get my hands dirty. You have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan. J.D. Power ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. Germain Nissan, 4300 Morse Road, GermainNissan.com.
Grow your savings with certainty and jingle all the way into 2027 with a 16-month certificate from Kemba Financial Credit Union, earning you up to 4.50 annual percentage yield. Strong returns plus local people equals peace of mind and the best place to save in Central Ohio. Visit Kemba.org. $500 minimum deposit required to open and earn stated APY. $250,000 maximum deposit. Restrictions apply. Advantage status required. Insured by NCUA. Expires 12/31/25.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a cool, refreshing mountain dew. So give me my good days. Give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Sunday Night Football featured what could potentially be a preview of the NFC Championship game as the Detroit Lions traveled to Philly to play the Eagles. Detroit's offense was kept in check as Philadelphia would win that matchup 16-9. The Cleveland Browns hosted the Baltimore Ravens. The Browns had a 16-10 lead in the second half when Dylan Gabriel exited the game due to a head injury. Shedeur Sanders had to enter the game at that point, and the Browns offense struggled, allowing the Ravens to come back and win 23-16. And the Cincinnati Bengals were also in action yesterday. They struggled to get anything going versus the Pittsburgh Steelers and lost by a final score of 34-12. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Awaken 180 wants to thank Columbus by offering $500 off every new program now through Thanksgiving. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I don't think I played good. I don't think I played good at all. I think it's a lot of things, we need to look at, during the week and go and just get comfortable, even throwing routes, with Jerry and throwing routes with all those guys. So I think that was my first ball to him all year. But other than that, I just think overall we just got to go next week and understand so then we have a week to prepare stuff I like to do.
Shedeur Sanders there on his first action in the NFL in a regular season game. The Browns lost 23-16 to the Ravens. He did not look particularly good throughout most of that game, but like Tyvis brought up in the last segment, there were some moments, I think, where you look at least I did, as a Browns fan, and said, oh, looky there. You can actually throw a ball more than 20 yards down the field and have some accuracy on it. Oh, looky there. You can actually attempt to make plays down the field. Yeah, they didn't land. Yeah, he didn't connect on most of them. But also, I think to ignore, if you just looked at the stat line, what is he, 4 of 16?
Yeah.
And 100 sacks, I think, is what he took in his 16 dropbacks. But
I think he took 2 sacks and lost 27 yards. I think that's correct. Let me look it up.
But again, if you didn't watch this game, you just looked at the stats, I think it's, again, for those of us Browns fans who suffer through and watch all these games, how about you give us a little bit of width and depth to these conversations? Because if you're just someone who comes to watch the Browns just
you
to see
need length and girth.
That's right.
In this league.
Yeah, that's it. If you're someone who just comes to this because you're like, oh, Shedeur Sanders sucks. I hate his dad. I hate him. I hate his YouTube channel. Fine. We're never gonna convince you, right? But as a Browns fan, I cannot tell you spiritually, emotionally, and otherwise what it felt like to feel like maybe you have a chance in this game. I felt like they had no chance with Dylan Gabriel. I'm watching this defense.
Don't do that now.
I didn't.
They was winning the game.
No, why?
They were winning the game because the defense had a pick six and the special team, the guy muffed the punt and we got it on like the 5-yard line. That's why. But that's not the point. They were winning the game.
No, I know they were winning the game.
So don't say you didn't feel like we didn't have a chance to win. Like it was a point in that game. I was like, they might actually run away. They might win this thing.
I knew that it was going
16 to 10 at halftime. They was winning.
I know what the score was, but you're missing my point. My point is Dylan Gabriel, every week I watch with him and I go, if we need a play on a 3rd and 11, he's not going to make it. He's going to throw the safe thing and we're going to punt it. And Kevin Stefanski loves that because Kevin Stefanski loves to play safe. And that's what this team does with Dylan Gabriel. He runs the offense Kevin Stefanski wants. Shedeur Sanders actually pushes the ball down the field and attempts to make plays. Now, he also attempts to make plays when he drops back and then the pocket collapses because, by the way, what else was happening in this game, Tyvis? Could the Browns run the football at all for the majority of this game? No, they could not. No.
Quinshawn had a couple of runs.
Against all odds, he is good, and he made a few attempts that even occasionally his offensive line came through for him. But what I'm saying is, for the most part, this Ravens defense, especially when Shedeur came in, but even before that, they were lining up saying, we're going to stop the run, we're going to put 9 in the box, and we're going to dare you to beat us with your arm. And so they were coming after, especially when Shedeur got in, they were coming after him. And Kevin Stefanski knew it would be great with a lead. Wouldn't you want to run the football? 9 times out of 10, that's what you should be able to do. He knew they couldn't. So they had to put it on Shedeur Sanders to try to make some plays. And unfortunately for him, like he said there, it was his first time throwing to these guys. He hadn't had a first-team rep with the first-team offense since he was drafted.
No, he's never got one.
That's what I mean. Never. He's never had a first-team rep until live action.
Now, what I will say is I don't like the way that they handle the training camp situation, by not letting him get those reps. But the thing is, I think that it's just a learning curve. It's just something that they must have felt in training camp that he wasn't up to speed to go with the one. So they really slowed down his learning process. They really took their time with trying to get him to develop, because maybe Dylan came in with just more prepped, more NFL prepped than he was. Maybe he picked up the playbook faster. I don't know. But they really, from everybody that I talked to during camp, he was clearly 4th on the depth chart. Everybody said that when it comes to passing and all that, it was Joe Flacco than him. He was the second best passer on the team. But they clearly put him at 4, and they clearly took slow grind and took their time trying to get him up to speed with everything. So when you got to do that, you can't get him reps with the ones. You can't put him with the ones because it's not. You're not up to speed for 1 reps yet. So
when you have 4 quarterbacks come in an offseason, go figure. And he's the one who's the furthest behind because of the other 4 of them. He probably ran the least pro style offense, right? Or at least has been asked to do the least when it comes to processing different offenses, different defenses. Dylan Gabriel had to do a lot of that in his college career. Shedeur Sanders didn't have to do as much of it. The other 2 guys they brought in, right? Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, played in the NFL. So they obviously have a little bit more. They were ahead on that. When you bring in 4 guys in an offseason, of course he's not going to. I'm not letting the Browns off the hook there. That's still their fault for being dumb and bringing in 4 quarterbacks in one offseason and then being shocked that the guy you end up having to turn to 10, 12 weeks into the season didn't get a single first-team rep. But that's where the Browns are by drafting 2 guys and bringing in 2 guys, one of which you traded before the season started. Let's just go here, though. Who had one of the best days in the NFL yesterday? Who is one of the best quarterbacks in the league? Josh Allen. Josh Allen had a monster day. He didn't have, I wouldn't say he made the greatest. He threw some picks. He had some bad decisions in that game. He accounted for 6 total touchdowns. And why is Josh Allen, when he's great, why is he great? In part because he's a big frame guy who can handle a little bit if you let him, if he has to run in between the tackles or if he has to move the football with his feet, he can. But the biggest reason he's successful is because he has a gigantic arm and can read a defense. When he came out, a lot of people said he's got the big arm, but he can't read a defense. I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is going to be that guy, But I would love to try to give a guy with a big arm who has trouble right now reading and processing defenses and thinks he can do too much with the ball. Let's give that guy 6 weeks and just see what he can do. You know what I mean? Give him the reps with the first team, because we figured out what Dylan Gabriel is. Dylan Gabriel, congratulations. You are a backup quarterback in the league who will handle his business and take care of the football and be extremely boring, and all the linebackers can sell out to stop the run because you're never going to throw it over their heads. Like, that's Dylan Gabriel in this offense, at least.
I don't think that's fair.
Let's let Shedeur be Shedeur for
I don't think that's fair to say. I really don't, because up until that point, up until yesterday, maybe what you're saying, a lot of people feel. But the walking away from yesterday's game, after seeing another rookie quarterback go in there and experience the same problems, to me, you never really know what you have until you get the better line and the better receivers, because I think that makes a difference as well. If you got better playmakers, I feel like with Shedeur or with Dylan, if you got better playmakers and receivers that's creating separation, then you can make something happen. Yes, Shedeur was able to try to fit a ball in the gauge and all of those things.
But he puts the ball where a guy can try to make a play on it. And then yesterday, the Ravens defense was knocking the ball away. But I mean, it was there. It was there for the players to make a play on it. It wasn't at their feet. It wasn't in the dirt. Like, I'm just saying.
Dylan's he has not been good throwing to his right this season. And it's because I still question his arm strength. The height thing and the arm strength is a terrible combination.
Can you change?
To try to be successful?
Can he change either of those things?
You probably maybe the arms. You probably get his arms strong out. The height thing is what it is.
I'm just saying, with Shedeur, you have a bigger quarterback who has a better arm. I would say, like, here's all I'm asking for Kevin Stefanski. By the way, this is what Kevin Stefanski said on how he thought Shedeur Sanders played. If you're looking for him to be very committal on, hey, is Shedeur going to get the reps and be the guy next week?
Yeah, obviously all players, we'll look at it, but he's going to battle like he does. So I'm sure there's things that we can clean up, but those are things we'll look at tomorrow.
Fantastic. Great. No, by the way, last week it was like, oh, Dylan Gabriel, not only is the starter, he's going to be my godfather of my children. And it's like, Shedeur Sanders, you want to give him a chance this week? I gotta look. I don't know. That's Kevin Stefanski. That's the commitment level you have there. I'm just saying, I would like to see this guy for a few weeks. And you know what? He may suck too. But if he does, congratulations. You're on your way to a number 1 pick, and you can go draft another quarterback.
What they should have done is something that Sean King suggested. They should have alternated their starts. They should have let Shedeur start 1, Dylan, Shedeur, Dylan. Because
oh my God,
that
feels like a nightmare.
No, the reason why you do that,
such a nightmare if you do that.
No, the reason why you do that is because now it's if you ever pull Dylan, then it's like you can't go back. Like, it's once you make the change to go to Shedeur, you can't go back to Dylan. Like, it's not.
Well, if you pull him, but it worked out yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
protocol.
If you alternate the start, both of them is getting reps in game. They both getting practice with the ones, because the season was a loss to begin with, as everybody say. I was the only optimistic person. So if the season was a loss and you knew that going into it, you should have done everything you can to get an evaluation on both guys. Don't let it be, oh, we took him in the 3rd round, we took him in the 5th round, so we want to get a 3rd round 10 game or 11 games and give him 6. Like, no, just alternate them so you can see who's better over the course of the year, who's learning, who's developing better. By the end of the year, I think you have a better answer on who you want to move forward with.
Who suggested this? The program director at every Cleveland radio station? Because that's all like ratings gold, where it's like 1 week this guy plays, the next week that guy plays, phone lines exploding, everyone's screaming at their radios. Like, yeah,
young guys.
Man, it's almost like this is why teams don't do that. This is why teams don't draft 2 guys in the same draft.
Well, they take them in the same draft. They take 1 in the 1st and take 1 in the 5th, so they can actually, the 5th got a lot of time.
Do they typically take 1 guy in the 5th who also was like projected to be a top 10 or top 25 pick and then fell all the way through the draft and was like, I'm just saying, this is the Browns being the Browns. This is what happens. It's left them in this situation where no matter what they do, they're going to make the wrong move.
I still stand on the hill as if Shedeur is not good and he's not the answer, I think you got to get rid of him and him and Deshaun for the next quarterback because that quarterback room is too chaotic. Too much outside presence that can creep into that room.
Absolutely. This offseason is going to be very interesting, but we got to find out if you have a quarterback in that room before you start doing that, to your point.
Tyvis, don't give up on your optimism. Your 8-9 prediction is still possible.
It's
mathematically there.
I ain't game up. Listen, you want to look at the schedule?
Listen, the only way it's happening with Shedeur, it's not happening with Dylan. I promise you that. Bob McKelligan, voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets. He's going to join us coming up next. Jackets lost in a shootout to the Rangers. We'll talk about that and more next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Monday morning to you. We are closely watching a big crash on our south side this morning, really just south of Lockburn and closer to Commercial Point. A crash on 23 in that northbound direction as you're heading downtown. All lanes blocked this morning before Wigan Road, right out to Ball Road this morning. That stretch completely restricted. So when it comes to that detour, take advantage here. Take 23 northbound instead to State Route 316 in that westbound direction. That gets you all the way northbound State Route 104 to State Route 762. You'll go more of that eastbound direction and back on 23 in that northbound direction again. 23 northbound over by Lockburn this morning, completely closed out there because of a crash. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we helped Tom.
Hi, my name's Tom. I've been a patient at Tri-State Men's Health, and I'm being treated for low testosterone. I didn't really notice the issue of just the energy and feeling slow in the middle of the day and waking up feeling as if I hadn't even gone to bed. When I walked into Tri-State Men's Health, I was extremely impressed from the get-go with the results of the treatment. I wake up in the morning now with clarity. I have had more energy in working out. I definitely have increased my strength. I would say that if there are men out there who experience some of the same problems that I did with inability to sleep well and waking up without feeling refreshed and having your energy flagging throughout the day, go see Tri-State Men's Health. It's changed my life and it'll change yours too.
Thanks, Tom. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model, starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glexhyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first month payment, and K miles per year ends 12/1.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo.
A system for every home and every budget at Logan AC and Heat Services. Get a free Trane furnace with the purchase of an air conditioner and tax credits up to $3,200. Schedule your free estimate now. Logan Services.
It's the biggest savings event of the year. Menards, 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day. Save big money on everything you need for any project. We've got something for everyone. Homeowners, contractors, DIYers, the kids, and even grandma. Hurry, Menards 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day.
Save big money at Menards.
11% mail-in rebate is a merchandise credit check. Good on future in-store purchases. See menards.com for details.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, Phones down. It's the law.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Your new Columbus home for the Jim Rome Show is the Fan 2.
Catch the live experience weekdays from 3 to 6.
Just one requirement. Have a take and don't suck. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Jim Rome Show. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start off mostly clear and chilly with wake-up temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s, and then don't let the sunshine fool you this afternoon. Daytime highs only topping out in the mid to upper 40s. For tonight, starting off mostly clear with rain developing toward daybreak on Tuesday. Could see it mixed with some snowflakes for the morning commute, but no accumulation is expected. Wake-up temperatures on Tuesday right around freezing. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The best thing about watching football this weekend, talking football on Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
A score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
Your look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Jackets lose a close one to the Rangers at home. 2-1 overtime loss, but they get the point at least at home. Not what you want to see, but taking what we can get right now. Bob McElligott, voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets, joining us on the Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Yeah, Bob, tough one to see. Are you with me on the fact that I feel like this Jackets team is much better built to win games 6-3 than to win them 2-1? Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, no, you're not wrong on that at all, and that's a problem because there's not so many 6-3 games. You know, there's a lot of 2-1 games. So, but I will tell you, if you look at the course of the last, I don't know, the last couple of games of that road trip out west, and then into coming back home, they're starting to grind a little bit more, and they're starting to get a little bit more used to the 2-1 game. I know that the Rangers just ran them out of space. They just frustrated the heck out of them. But those are the kind of games you're going to have to win, and those are the kind of games they won last year. I mean, everybody talks about how many goals they scored as a team last year and all that stuff, but you know, to me, that was always unrealistic. These are the grinding 3-2, 2-1. Those are the kind of games that you got to win. But you're right. I mean, they love to fly and they love to score off the rush and all that stuff that so many teams do, and that's why so many other teams are preventing you from doing it. So, yeah, you're right.
Bob, obviously, he didn't get any goals last night, but against Edmonton, my guy, Matthew Olivier, had 2 goals, and he's known as an enforcer. Could he be turning into a scorer this year?
Well, he turned into a scorer last year. He had 18 on the year. So he's today's tough guy, which you have to be in the National Hockey League. I mean, you can beat people up, but you have to be able to do more than that. Once upon a time, there was a day where you didn't have to skate very well. You didn't have to handle the puck, but if you could beat the crap out of somebody, you were good. That's long gone. So Tyvis, I'm sure he's sitting there going, I had 18 last year. I want to do better than that this year. So when he gets a game like that, it doesn't come as a surprise to me at all.
I know you're a Steelers fan, Bob. I saw that yesterday. We were watching that game, and Jalen Ramsey gets ejected for fighting with Jamar Chase. Then after the game, the video emerges of Jamar Chase spitting on Jalen Ramsey. First, your thoughts as a Steelers fan, and second, your thoughts of what would happen if someone spit on Matthew Olivier or really any hockey player? How would that go for them?
Well, first of all, the incident in the game, I didn't know that he spit on him at the time, and I was going out of my mind because I'm like, why are you getting thrown out of this game now? Like, you just got together. You just got a penalty like 2 minutes ago and warned that the next one you're out of here. And why are you back in it again? Because it was still a winnable game for the Bengals to come back at that point in time. Of course, that changed quickly. But you know what? Anytime something happens between the Bengals and the Steelers, it really doesn't surprise me. Browns, Steelers, Bengals, Steelers, any cheap shots and stuff like that never surprises me. But in hockey, you know what? It's happened a couple of times. There have been a couple of guys that have been suspended. Like, you get a big-time suspension in hockey if you spit on somebody. It actually happened to Eric Branson, not when he was playing with the Blue Jackets, but before he came here when he was with Anaheim. He got spit on by Garnett Hathaway of the Washington Capitals, and Hathaway got a 3-game suspension for it. And but in hockey, it's a little bit different, T-Bone, and you may remember this. A number of years ago, Brad Marchand, he didn't spit on Ryan Callahan. He just licked his face at the end of a pile-up. So
yes, I remember
it's a much nicer way of doing
it. Bob, tell me about the Canadians. Obviously, that's the next matchup that they got there.
I thought you meant the whole.
Yeah, all of Canada. Bob, if you could, just let's start out west and make our way east.
They'll do anything for you.
Do they have milk in a bag still? Is that a thing? I believe that's Canada. They do milk in a bag, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Is this Nick Suzuki guy like that? He that deal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's turned into a really good player for them. This Demidov kid that came over last year right before the playoffs, really talented. What T-Bone was saying about teams that like to play in 6-3 games, well, that's the Montreal Canadiens, too. They like to open it up and fly. They're pretty exciting to watch. So I don't think tonight's game is going to look anything like Saturday night's game. I think this is going to be two teams that you better be primed to skate, because this looks to me like more of a wide open style game tonight.
We've talked a lot about the goaltending for this team, but, of late, Jack Greaves starting to get, obviously, the nod here. What has it been, 4 or 5 straight games now? Is it wrong of us to presume that he is just the guy and he's kind of, for lack of a better term, won the job, or he is the guy that Dean would prefer to go to from here on out?
Do you have Dean on later this week?
Yeah, we'll ask him for sure.
Yeah, you ask him and you let me know, because I don't know what's going on.
Well, we tried last week and we got the same kind of thing where it's like, there's some things we don't know. And then then 5 minutes later, he's like, Jet's starting again. And it's like, okay, well then I guess that's kind of where we're at.
I know he's been so cryptic about it. He said it hasn't been helped. But, in Edmonton, I can tell you Elvis didn't look to be 100%. In that game, on that game day when they were skating. So, I think it's been a little bit of each, really. I don't think anybody is 100%. I think that the guys that are playing through it are getting the nod. And it's not that Jet is, like, even in the games that he lost, they picked up a point, right? So he's played in 4 straight. They picked up points in 4 straight. So maybe you're seeing a situation here where they're looking to go with what they feel is a hot hand at a certain time.
Bob, we appreciate all the info. We will be listening tonight. Obviously, you've got the Jackets taking on Montreal. Coverage right here on The Fan. Bob, thanks again, man. And I wouldn't say good luck to your Steelers, because I hate the Steelers. But, yeah, it's between them and the Ravens for the division. The Browns and Bengals have tapped out on that. We're done. We're all good there.
I think Tyvis will agree with me. The Steeler roster is a great roster in 2018. Right?
There you go. Absolutely right. Bob McKelligan.
And we were talking about really nice Canadians. We play tonight, and then we go to Winnipeg.
There you go.
The Canadians right there, Tyvis.
Hey, if you find any milk in a bag that won't spoil, please bring it back for me. I'd love to have some. Never done.
I would think if it's in a bag, it should last for at least 2 weeks.
That's the way I feel. You should be able to freeze it, and then that's a little easier than a jug. I don't know if you can get that through TSA or not, but we'll see if you can try.
I'll take a look for you.
Thank you. Bob McKelligan, we appreciate it, buddy. We'll talk next week, all right?
Okay.
There you go. He joins us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. We'll come back. We will talk a little bit about that Bengals game because, obviously there's the big thing is Jamar Chase spit on a guy, and we've got that whole situation, which is weird.
Gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
But don't let that distract you from the fact that Zach Taylor is still a moron. We will get into that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan. Maybe.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
We are noticing a new crash into our system. This time around, it's happening still on our south side, but the left lane is currently blocked on 23 northbound at that 270 intersection, a little closer to downtown because of an incident out there. Folks, take it nice and slow on this Monday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Picture it, your holiday table. the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of our specialties here at Pella Wilson is getting rid of old, smaller windows with no view and replacing them with huge, beautiful windows that can change the look and feel of your home.
We tried that once, but we cut the hole a bit too big, so we had to put in a garage door instead in their dining room.
Wilson.
Didn't improve the view, but they do have a drive-through now, so you're welcome, Grewball family.
Get the windows that can change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season with a Home for the Holidays raffle. And help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish Kids. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit ahomefortheholidayscolumbus.org to buy your tickets. That's ahomefortheholidayscolumbus.org. Terms and conditions apply.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Overachiever of the week coming up at 7:45. We will be laying out who had the best week. A lot of college football, a lot of pro football discussion. We have talked a lot about Shedeur Sanders today. If you missed it, you can get the podcast. We'll talk more about him. The podcast, wherever you get your podcast, just search T-Bone and Tyvis. It's right there for you. Wherever you get them, it's totally free. You just add that to your device, and it is all free of charge. Podcast of T-Bone and Tyvis. Take it with you wherever you go. When you go out to your, your Pilates class, Tyvis. You go to Pilates, right?
No, I don't go to no Pilates.
No? Okay.
I've never went to like a Pilates studio. I've done it through like the Peloton app. So like I did it at home and did that type of Pilates.
So what you're saying is you did it incorrectly.
Probably.
What class did you say you took at Ohio State? I thought it was Pilates. Was it yoga?
Yoga.
Oh, well, that's hot yoga.
Yoga
in the studio there.
I've done that. Even outside of Ohio State, I went to some studios and did some yoga. Like that's nice.
Hot yoga.
Try to get the
sweat out the toxins.
You got to keep the hips flexible.
Was Lane Kiffin there?
No. Lane out of line.
Shout out to Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin, that was really fun where he was like, hey, this Florida job, should I make it look better before I win this game? Just because,
he out of line.
Man, again, Ole Miss survives a game against Florida, which just, we don't have to do all this right now. I know we're going to talk Bengals, but just grant me a minute on the fact that yet again, the SEC showed us all what they are, which is, look, they are largely... They're largely, well, I think Cam Ward had a better quote about them, which is,
yes.
Yeah, I mean, they are largely a bunch of middle of the road teams. They're good. Don't get me wrong. Georgia throttled Texas, and Texas somehow, inexplicably, Kirk Herbstreit. I forgot to look for the audio, Dylan, but Kirk Herbstreit, do we have that?
No, I forgot to put it.
Okay, Kirk Herbstreit at the end of the game was like, Texas with 3 losses, though. You got to think about that for the college football playoffs. No, I don't. I don't have to think about them at all, actually. I watched them just get drilled by Georgia. I don't have to think about Texas anymore. That is a team that is done. And if they go out and beat Texas A&M at the end of the season, that'll just prove that Texas A&M sucks. That's all that proves.
What?
Texas A&M.
They made a 27-point comeback. Marcel Reed, Heisman moment in the second half. What a comeback victory for Texas A&M. How dare you discredit their win against the best 7-loss team in the country in South Carolina. Do you even know ball?
Yeah, right, exactly. By the way, Texas A&M, their best win clearly is beating Notre Dame, right? Which they won by a point, let them live. That was good on the road. Give them credit for that win. Here are their SEC victories they have. Auburn, Mississippi State, Florida, at Arkansas, at LSU, at Missouri, and then that South Carolina game that they, by all rights, should have lost and then came back and found a way to win. Now, if you want to say that's just a great football team, fine. But if we're going to have that conversation about Ohio State ain't played nobody, Texas A&M outside of Notre Dame ain't played nobody. And when they play their nobody schools, they win by a field goal or maybe a touchdown, or they have to come back from 28 points down to win. Ohio State just destroys their opponents. So if we're going to have that discussion, let's at least be fair about it. But regardless, the SEC, they can keep doing their thing. How did Alabama look, by the way? Playing just basically with one half of their offense. No running the ball for Alabama. How'd that look against Oklahoma?
The AP poll is up to date, right?
It should be. They would have voted on it yesterday.
That's correct. So Alabama's only slid down to 10?
There's no SEC bias, Tyvis. There's no SEC bias. No one's biased.
Where are they supposed to go?
They're bad. I'm telling you, I've watched them. They're bad. I don't know where they're supposed to go. Go to hell? I don't know. They suck. They're not any good. And I'm sick of hearing about this SEC dominant conference we have. We don't have a dominant conference in college football. Is their middle better than all the others? Yeah, sure. But stop telling me that they have high-end talent. Like, I promise you, Georgia is probably a team that you should look at and be a little worried about if you're an Ohio State fan. Obviously, lots of worries now with the injury situation with Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith. I get all that. But if everybody's healthy in a month and a half, if they play that game, I would like Ohio State chances. Very good against Georgia. Everybody else there, no defense, not very good offense. Sorry, I'm not too worried about them.
If USC want to make the final CFP, they're going to have to win this week.
Oh, USC, by the way. When you're in the Big Ten and you're 8-2 and you've lost by a combined score of like 10 total points in your 2 losses, you're down at, what is USC, 16th? But when you go out and, like you said, if they go beat Oregon this weekend, maybe that'll get them in. But somehow we're here where, like, if you have 3 losses and you're Texas, now we have to, like, stump for you that you should still get in, and I don't understand.
Do you want to hear what Herbie said?
Yeah, go ahead and play it for me real quick, if you've got it.
You wonder, it will be a discussion when it comes to being an at-large team if they were to win at home against Texas A&M. So if you look at this and you think, 3 losses, they're done. I don't know, just quite yet.
Well, I'm not
if they're done when it comes to a CFP. I'm not saying you.
No, we started with 27% according to the algorithm. The best they could be is 9-3. There's never been a 3-loss team in. There has to be one at some point in the modern climate. Maybe they could be that first one if they can take care of the Razorbacks and Aggies, but I think you need some help. It's going to depend on the results of other teams that would be in contention for those spots.
And I think all.
Yeah, sure. Okay, great. That's Herbie went on to say eventually.
What's why are you against this?
Because I've watched them play. Arch Manning isn't a good quarterback. Their defense is mediocre. And we're 2 weeks from the end of the season. They lost by 3 touchdowns.
So let's say
that's bad.
Right now, the AP currently has them at 17th.
They lost 2 games to teams in the college football playoff and Florida, who fired their head coach. They're bad.
I'm saying they're at 17 right now. If they beat the Aggies,
they shouldn't be at 17 is the point. They should be down below 20.
I agree with you
How
on
are
that.
They ahead of USC with 2 losses?
But
USC has 2 losses by less than 10.
This is just the AP. You gotta wait till tomorrow night to see what it really is.
They'll probably be ranked even higher. College football playoff.
You know what? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's wait and see. Let's see what old Mac Rhodes. Oh wait, he's gone. Whoever the new guy is, Yurovich. Let's see what he comes out and says.
The AD at Arkansas.
Fun, good times. I'm sure he'll be unbiased and totally okay. So the Bengals had a rough one against the Steelers. So any hopes that you had of the Bengals making the playoffs, that's all gone. This will presumably, if that happens, this will be the 3rd year in a row they have missed the playoffs. And I obviously know Joe Burrow is hurt, but the hope here was maybe if they find their way back in, if they can just remember we said before the season, or when Joe Burrow got hurt in the 2nd game of the year, we said, because they beat the Jags in that game, and we said, if they could just get to 500 when Joe Burrow is out, just tread water. They've done the exact opposite of that. They've won 1 game since Joe Burrow's been out.
I have maybe this is some breaking news for you, but
okay.
Love Joe Burrow to death.
Okay.
Joe Burrow wouldn't save this team.
No, of course not. Of course not.
It's not like the offense can't score. That's not what's going on. It's the defense can't stop anybody.
To be fair, they couldn't score yesterday
for 2 years. So I don't understand. Joe is great. The mindset of a quarterback that he has is unbelievable. One of the best competitors, and you absolutely gives you a chance. But even last year proved to you that you need some type of defense. So
of course.
I don't see what difference it would.
Do you play him at all now?
No.
Not a single snap this season?
No. Well, I mean, you can play him.
For what reason?
Yeah.
What if he's 100% healthy the first week of December?
Sure.
All right, great. If he blows out his Achilles or tears an ACL, because it's not like he's not injury prone. Because you lose him for next year.
If he's healthy, he's gonna want to play. But if I'm the Bengals, I'm saving him from himself.
I'm with you. I would save him too. By the way, the story from that game, of course, is the whole spitting incident. It's all over ESPN, where Jamar Chase, it now comes out, because I'm watching this. This Jalen Ramsey just looked completely stupid.
Yeah.
Where you get into a fight, one play, and then they tried to run a play. They called timeout inexplicably. That's a whole other thing. And then in the course of the timeout being called, you get punished for fighting again, the same guy in the same situation, and the referee standing right there and throws you out of the game. I thought Jalen Ramsey's the biggest moron I've ever seen. Then after the game, you see that, Jamar Chase actually spit on him, and that's what caused this to happen.
He responded in the right way. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm actually on Jalen Ramsey's side on this.
Do you want to hear what he had to say?
Yeah.
Who's the he?
Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
He spit on me, so it's up. I'm going to get about football after that, respectfully. I'm always going to be all for trash talking, stuff like that. I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that.
I agree with them. I agree. The spit though thing, it's just like, that is the ultimate disrespect. Like, it is. And I don't understand why somebody thinks that you going to spit on somebody and that's just going to be it.
Well,
I don't understand where that logic came. I'm going to just spit on you and that's just going to be the end of this.
I don't know what possesses someone to spit on someone. But again, the reason he's doing that is to get exactly the reaction he wanted out of Jalen Ramsey.
He going to get more than the reaction.
Yeah, but again,
more than just the reaction.
It didn't matter because the Steelers won this game going away because Zach Taylor's a moron. More on that in a second. But just to be clear here, like, if you do that in a game and you get thrown out of the game and then that costs your team a game, that's not good.
It's not about the game no more. I'm sorry.
That's stupid. Yes,
sorry.
it is. You're only there because of the game.
It's not about the game
That's
no more.
Stupid.
You trying me as a man. Like, I'm not.
You know what I would do as a man? I would go ask for a towel, wipe myself off, wave at that guy as he's out on the sideline, and I'm still playing the man's game, and he's on the sideline watching on TV.
Ramsey, and what he said 100%, it's not even about football no more.
If it cost my team a game, it didn't, because this just in, the Bengals defense is so bad they couldn't stop Mason Rudolph yesterday after Aaron Rodgers. It's crazy that Aaron Rodgers, like, possibly breaking his wrist and being out for a while is like not even hardly a story from this game because of the spitting incident. But there's that whole thing. And Zach Taylor, surrounding that play, do you remember what happened? Zach Taylor, they had a 4th and 4, I think, from the 50-yard line there. Remember that? So they had the flag. Then it's 4th and 4. Do you remember what Zach Taylor did in this play?
I know.
They lined everybody up, and he's got Flacco out there, like, waving at this guy and getting off the line and coming back, and it's like 25 seconds left, and he's still like this and that. They're never snapping the ball. They run the clock all the way down, and then he calls a timeout stupidly, and in that timeout...
The Browns would have jumped offside.
Well, no. Almost got me to swear. We didn't do that. All I'm saying is, in the rest of that drive, which then Zach Taylor was going to punt the ball there. He got gifted a first down by Jalen Ramsey getting thrown out of the game.
All I'm going to tell you.
And then they went out the rest of that time. They burned another timeout, gained like 6 more yards, and then still had to kick field goal. Like, that is just, you got gifted a possession there to come back in a game that was at that point not much less than a 2-possession game. I mean, it's an 11-point game. You could go kick a field goal and score a touchdown and get 2 points, and you're tied up. Instead, he can barely manage anything as an offensive coach because he's not good at his job. Don't lose sight of that. Through all the drama from this thing, Zach Taylor's still remarkably dumb.
Two things. One, you're a better man than me if you can allow somebody to spit on you and not react. You're way better than me. And two, what's that saying that you say, Dylan, about? What's the phrase for Zach Taylor? What Cincinnati fans should be saying?
One?
Don't delay.
Oh, don't delay. Fire Zach Taylor today. Yes, that's the new catchphrase.
Yeah, you have to do that. All right, our Overachiever of the Week coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Monday morning. A big update for a crash on 23 in that northbound direction at State Route 762, which is just south of Lockburn and south side of our metro this morning. The right lane now blocked out there. About 10 minutes ago, we had all lanes closed in that 23 northbound direction. Still pretty slow moving, though, when it comes to traffic. So utilize this detour here, basically taking State Route 104 all the way up towards downtown. A great option for you this Monday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
It's the giving season at Logan Services. Refer a friend for heating and cooling installation and earn $400 in gift cards. Plus, learn more about our referral rewards program when you visit our website, Logan Services.
Rick Germain called me the other day and said, Mikey, we need you back at Germain Nissan. The dealership misses you, and people are forgetting how awesome Nissans are. I'm a dude that's owned pretty much every Nissan under the sun, and I'm excited to go back in and get my hands dirty. You have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan. J.D. Power ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. Germain Nissan, 4,300 more Morse Road, JermaineNissan.com.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Ryan Day has a radio show, and we air it. What are the odds? Join us Thursday at noon for the cleverly named Ryan Day Show.
Presented by Roosters, a fun casual joint.
Every game, every season. Your home for Buckeye football, The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
As a former pro athlete, confidence has always been key for me on and off the field. That's why I chose Caps for my NeoGrav treatment. They've got a great reputation. After doing my research, I knew that I could trust the team right here in town. The staff was professional. They answered every question that I had and made the whole process smooth and stress-free. This wasn't just about hair. It was about investing in me, Tyvis, TP. The results are natural. It fits my busy schedule, and I already feel more confident if you can't tell. Guys don't talk about this enough, but we should. Caps made it easy, judgment-free, and honestly, one of the best decisions I've made. Visit Caps today at experiencecaps.com.
By the way, Evan in the chat, YouTube chat, just go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Evan said, spitting on someone is a BA move.
Oh, I know what that means.
Badass move, right? Is that what
that ain't
what that means?
No, that ain't.
Rhymes with witch ass move is what that is. Yeah. Out of curiosity, if Jamar Chase walks into the locker room, or they're watching film, and it's like, all right, here's this, and then you see your teammate spitting on someone, how do they recover from that?
Your teammate spit on you?
No, like you all watch Jamar Chase, your guy who's worth $1 billion and is like one of your best players, one of the greatest wide receivers in the league. But also, he's a guy who spit on someone. Like that, doesn't that take him down a peg in the locker room a little bit? Doesn't make people go,
I look at him like, bro, you tripping. you tripping. And he either go get suspended or fined for it. What happened to Jalen Carter when he spit on Dak?
Well, they threw him out of that game. It was before a play even happened. Remember, it was like right at the start of the game. So it essentially was a 1-game suspension that they said he served during that game. Yeah, so the precedent will be there that he probably gets suspended.
He either go get suspended for a game or he going to get heavily fined.
I think he's getting suspended for the game. And the thing that makes it worse for me is in 2025, where there's 1 million cameras in that stadium, if you include people's cell phones, you're going to lie and say that you didn't spit on the dude?
That's bad. That's even worse. Just own it. Just say, yeah, I did it. And I was trying to get him thrown out of the game. And
I do it again.
And now, it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our overachiever of the week.
Tyvis, why don't you start us off? You're overachiever.
This has been long overdue. This has been something that we've been waiting for as a fan base. I can't specifically point out one person. So I am going to give it to the entire Ohio State running back room because they rushed for 222 yards. Now, you got to minus some of that. You got to minus 14 yards. 214 yards rushing out of that running back room. 4 combined touchdowns. If they can play like this is the final piece of the completion of a dominant offense. Because obviously health is concerned. We talked about that earlier. But with a healthy Buckeye team, if that running back room can put up this type of game, there's nothing nobody can do.
I hope that is here to stay. I'm with you on that. I'm going to go to the NFL for my overachiever of the week. This guy failed to crack 200 yards passing in 7 straight outings. And you're saying, is that Dylan Gabriel? No. He hasn't played 7 games yet. But this is Bryce Young. Remember, Bryce Young has had an up and down career, but yesterday I don't know how good this victory is in the long run, but the Panthers secured a 30-27 overtime dub over the Falcons, and he went 31 of 45 for 448 yards. Bryce Young, Bryce in his veins, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Yes, he got sacked 5 times, but he picked himself up and threw some darts. Let him live. Bryce Young.
6-5.
Hey.
They're going to chase down Baker Mayfield and the fraud Buccaneers. They're going to do it.
It's interesting.
Well, if the fraud Buccaneers keep having to play Josh Allen having 6 touchdowns, and yeah, maybe they are going to get chased down. But yeah, right now the Bucs are coming back to earth in a big way. Dylan, who's your overachiever?
All right, mine is
I take it it's not. It's not
Baker
Okay,
Mayfield. That guy stinks.
Okay, good to know.
Is it Josh Allen?
No, it's Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
And here's why.
Didn't they get blown out?
They lost.
The Cardinals lost big to the Niners,
They lost
right?
by 19 points, but in that game, he broke the record for completions in a game. 47. He went 47 for 57 for 452 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he also threw 2 picks and they lost by 19. I think all that encompassing is what makes it super impressive that he had such a good game, yet such a terrible game all in the same breath. If you have him in fantasy, you're pumped. If you have him in reality and you're a Cardinals fan, not so much.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough there. By the way, speaking of guys who came in and backup duty and had a game, Jameis Winston, they lost. Giants lost to the Packers 27-20. He threw a pick late in that game, although his receiver, I think, gave up on the route. I had an idea, though, while I was watching this. You tell me if you like this. Jameis Winston is exciting. Like, he's always going to keep your team kind of in the game.
Okay.
He'll throw some picks. He'll throw some nice plays down the field, too. I think they should just make him the, red zone excitement quarterback of the week, where you go look at a team that's crappy and bad and you say, you know what, your team's so bad, this guy you have out there is a stiff, or maybe you've got injuries. You get Jameis Winston for this week because we want this game to be fun. And then he'll keep the game within 10 points. It'll be an entertaining game. And then next week, who's the next team that just needs a quarterback for a week? Just make him the guy that you just drop in on rosters. You have a standard playbook that comes with it. It's the Jameis Winston offense. He runs it. You just go in and do that week to week. Make it exciting and fun.
Yeah, like we put him on the Steelers this week because Aaron Rodgers is hurt.
Sure, yeah. Why do you? Yeah, you don't want to deal with Mason Rudolph? No. With his stupid mustache?
Unless Will Howard's playing, then we want that.
Yes, of course we would want that. But if they're not going to do that, I'm just saying, make him like an all-time quarterback where you just drop him in on rosters for a couple games for rating purposes only. Because he does he keeps your crappy team that otherwise would lose in the game. And I think that's good, even though they lost. They lost yesterday. So, you like that, Tyvis?
Not at all.
Why not?
I love the fact that he scored and did the Harlem Shake.
He would be like the most documented Browns quarterback we've ever had. He would be on here like every other week. They'd be like, you know what? Never mind. It's Jameis Winston time again. They drop him on the roster again. Did he do a Harlem Shake thing?
He did. He scored and did this Harlem Shake. It was hilarious.
This week?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
they played Green Bay, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Didn't the Harlem Shake happen 9 years ago?
No, it probably happened before that.
Okay.
2012
it's
or
been a
13.
While. All right. Stained. All right. We'll come back. My guys, 21 Pilots, local guys from Columbus, they have a song called Level of Concern. Oh, there's Jameis Winston doing it. Thank you, Tyvis. Level of concern for the Buckeyes. Let's find out what yours is. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
We are noticing another crash on our roads. This time around, it's happening on 23 in that northbound direction at that 270 intersection. Once again, over on the south side out there, left lane currently blocked this morning, but not too bad when it comes to commute times or really delays this morning. Just make sure to take extra caution on the roads. First responders still on scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Diamond Sellers bring the world's finest jewelry to you at our annual holiday gala December 4th through December 6th. Celebrate the season of sparkle with up to 25% off for 1 weekend only at our Salmo Road and Easton locations. Visit diamondseller.com/gala to learn more.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the biggest reasons people get new windows, Wilson, is that old windows make for an uncomfortable house with crazy high roller coaster energy bills.
Leslie, people love being uncomfortable on roller coasters. The ups, the downs, the gurgling in your stomach because you had 5 corn dogs before getting on.
Did that happen to you, Wilson?
What? No.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Imagine the perfect chicken tender. Crispy, juicy, for lack of a better word, tendery. Now imagine these perfect tenders at Wendy's. 'Cause they are. Wendy's new chicken tenders are here with delicious new dipping sauces like Wendy's Signature, Creamy Ranch, and Honey Barbecue. And they're so good, we even changed our name from Wendy's to Tendies. I believe that's what the kids call manifesting. For Tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
This sports report is brought to you by Bet365. When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be located in Ohio.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a cool, refreshing mountain dew. So give me my good days. Give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. And Meijer is making it easier than ever to share more good. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 23rd through the 29th, when you buy Meijer brand Fredericks by Meijer, Purple Cow, or True Goodness Foods, our Simply Give program will provide a meal to help feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. It's the simple way to put the giving and Thanksgiving together. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details. One meal equals 25 cents based on an average meal cost from select Meijer food pantry partners. Learn more at Meijer.com/aboutmeijer/community.html.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I bowl in 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you at high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Sunday Night Football featured what could potentially be a preview of the NFC Championship game as the Detroit Lions traveled to Philly to play the Eagles. Detroit's offense was kept in check as Philadelphia would win that matchup 16-9. The Cleveland Browns hosted the Baltimore Ravens. The Browns had a 16-10 lead in the second half when Dylan Gabriel exited the game due to a head injury. Shedeur Sanders had to enter the game at that point, and the Browns offense struggled, allowing the Ravens to come back and win 23-16. And the Cincinnati Bengals were also in action yesterday. They struggled to get anything going versus the Pittsburgh Steelers and lost by a final score of 34-12. This update was sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Pagani's kick in the air. And it'll be fielded by Lorenzo Styles in the end zone. He's going to bring it out. Running on an angle to the left. He gets to the 15. To the 20 goes Lorenzo Styles. To the 30. To the 40 goes Lorenzo Styles. He's in a foot race to the end zone. Styles to the 20 of the Bruins to the 10. And he is in the end zone for a kick return. Touchdown. Lorenzo Styles. No flags. The first return on a kickoff for a touchdown for Ohio State since 2010. 40-7 Buckeyes.
That's Paul Keels, of course.
Was that Jordan Hall?
I believe that is
It
correct.
was.
Jordan Hall.
Isn't that crazy?
15 years since we had one of those, but the Buckeyes got one against UCLA over the weekend.
Wasn't our punt return streak long until last year? Until Caleb Downs took one to the house? Wasn't that? We haven't had a
think
punt
you're
return
also
in
correct
10
on that.
years. It was Jalen Marshall against Indiana. I was there, 2015.
Well, how long was Parker Fleming in charge of special teams at Ohio State? Because that didn't go so well over the last few years. He was that was a name that would come up with some friends of mine, Tyvis. Some guys that I know.
Parker was good. He was I think he might have been an intern when I was there. And he was actually
he should have stayed his ass an intern.
He was a really knowledgeable dude. I was shocked to see the results of him getting the job and how it looked. I thought he'd do much better.
You know who wasn't a fan of Parker Fleming's?
You.
It's the lunatic fridge.
We know Likey, that guy. Not a fan.
Oh, who you hate
Fridge
more?
did not enjoy
Who
him.
do you hate more, Parker or Alex Grinch?
Oh, my God. It's got to be Alex Grinch. By the way, the good news is it's not just Ohio State fans who hated Alex Grinch. He went multiple other places since then, and they were like, oh, no. This guy is not good as a defensive coordinator.
Alex Grinch
No, sir.
He
immediately
went
to Oklahoma and ruined their defense. Like, Oklahoma's defense was good before and good after. Because that was
not good.
That was when old Lincoln Riley was like, oh, I got a guy. And
That's
then,
right.
And then did he take him out to USC too?
Yeah.
I think so. I feel like USC is where he got, yes.
And now their defense is playing a lot better.
Their defense is better. Oklahoma's defense is better. All because they don't have Alex Grinch. You're exactly right. That's the Grinch you don't want this time of year.
That was a name that escaped my brain, and you brought it back up. You're bringing up, like, I have PTSD now.
Yeah.
You know what I've learned? Forget PTSD. I had to sweat a bet last night for the first time in my life, and I hate it. I hated it. It's terrible.
You had a bet going last night where you parlayed, what was it, the Spurs game and the Rockets game?
Yes.
Hold on, we're burying the lead.
Well,
he had a $1,500 bonus bet.
Yeah.
That he just needed to use.
How did you get a $1,500 bonus bet? I don't even know if I care, because I wanted to talk about the Buckeyes, but now since we're on this, I do kind of feel like we have to talk about.
So
Tyvis is texting us last night like, I'm sweating out a bet, and it's like, how much did you bet? He's like, $1,500. And I'm like, who is this? What are we talking about?
It wasn't my money. It wasn't my money. So this is what happened. So boom. So Saturday, the Cavs played the Grizzlies. And I told y'all, it's been this year with the Cavs, I've been very close to hitting on the Cavs bet. Okay. But, like, I've been missing by one. Like, it's happened like
doing
4
parlays.
times. Yeah,
You're putting together like 10.
I missed one leg on the parlay like 4 times. So this Cavs game, I had Ja Morant on my ticket. Ja Morant got hurt in the first quarter. And I didn't realize that FanDuel does the insurance policy where if a player gets hurt in the first half or first quarter, they take that off and then give you the winnings in bonus bets. So Ja Morant got hurt. That was the only leg that I missed. So they was like, here, take the money.
And how much was it in bonus bets?
Like, I think it was $1,583. So I was thinking to myself, well, I should just bet on one thing and then just take the winnings. Because I'm thinking, like, they'll give me the $1,500 plus the winnings. But they like, no.
Give you the winnings.
I told you it don't work like that.
No. They just give you the winnings.
Because I was going to just take Kevin Durant for 15 points and just flip the money like that. But everybody's like, nah, you don't get the bonus money. You're only going to get what you win. So, all right. So my boy Chris, and sometimes you see him in the chat, bet with Chris, he goes, he sends me this 2-leg parlay. He said, here, just take this. Take the Spurs on the money line and the Rockets on the money line. And I'm like, it's not my money. So, I mean, it doesn't matter if I win or lose because it's not mine. He was like, yeah, if you do this, it's going to give you $2,100. Well, the funny thing is, from the moment he texted me that to the time I put it in, it dropped by $700. It went from $2,100 to $1,400. So, obviously, the Spurs go out there, they handle business. I'm like, okay, cool.
Blowout.
Yeah, whew, that's what I'm talking about. I come in here and do postgame, and I tell Baker about the bet, and I said, Baker, I can't really look at it because I'm doing postgame, so I need you to come and tell me what the scores of the game is. So Baker first comes in, he says, it's not good. They down by like 8 points. And I'm like, well, that's it. There it is. And before I knew it, they was going into overtime, and they found a way to pull it off. And Tebow texted me last night, you better pull it out there.
Oh, I know how it works. Yeah, you got to. Look, if you win a big NBA bet and you get that money, don't leave it in the account. Take it out, enjoy it, and then if you should want to put some of it back in on another bet, that's fine, but don't leave it in there.
Here's the thing, though. Tyvis said something about sweating bets. He didn't even sweat the bet because he didn't watch. When he said
I was working.
When he said us the bet, I started sweating it.
Yeah,
and I was like, dude, Kevin Durant, what I said in the group chat was Kevin Durant is doing tricks on it for you.
Yeah, and I said, I don't know what kind of activity you talking about. I'm not into that, but so I'm assuming it was good.
For those of you that don't follow Houston Rockets basketball, Kevin Durant turned the clock back about 15 years for Tyvis. He had a step-back three to send the game into overtime and then had a nice isolation bucket to win the game in overtime. And if it wasn't for his heroics, you wouldn't have cashed in on your 2-leg parlay with your $1,500 bonus bet.
I just got an email from Fish that said, if you mention Alperen Şengün's name, you're all fired. So I think we'll leave the Rockets talk for another day. But yes, that was a good win for the Rockets yesterday. Anyway, all right, so congrats, Tyvis, on your bet. I am so nervous for Ohio State, Michigan now, and it has nothing to do with what I've seen on the field, right? Michigan looks like trash. Ohio State has looked dominant. It should be a 3-touchdown spread at least for this game. I haven't looked ahead to see what the line is, but it should be up pretty high. Here's where I'm concerned. You have 2 wide receivers for this team who one of them didn't even dress Saturday in Carnell Tate. The other one, Jeremiah Smith, is making highlight reel plays, but then at halftime they take him out of the game and he's limping around. And Dylan, I think you said it perfectly. He looked like Forrest Gump at the beginning of the movie, where you're like, that doesn't look good for future purposes. Do we have to worry about 2 stud receivers for Ohio State not playing? Don't play them at all next week. I don't care. It's Rutgers. No need to play them.
Rutgers is going to test our secondary.
Great. That'd be good. You know what? I hope 6 gets a lot of work out there. Get Devin Sanchez all the reps he needs to get better.
Ian Strong and KJ Duff, they productive receivers.
My concern is that we are going to be dealing with injuries the week of Michigan. And if Carnell Tate doesn't play next week, that'll be 3 weeks of him not playing. I mean, I would hope he's going to be good to go. They said it was a tweak in warmups, and now he's not even dressing this last week. So we need to get to the bottom of that situation. Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Day said, he's not worried at all. Here, I've got the audio from Ryan Day talking about these 2 injuries.
Yeah, we rely on our medical staff, and just, go with, the doctors, they're the ones who know best. And then certainly the feedback that you get from the players is important as well. And just make the best decisions we can.
Is there anything that you are concerned long-term about Carnell or Jeremiah right now?
No.
Well, how long is long-term? 2 weeks isn't necessarily long-term, but I would be very concerned if you don't have both those guys, just because I don't want any mental hurdles at all for the Michigan game. I don't want Julian Sayin thinking like, well, 2 of my guys are out for this game. I don't want that. I just want them to be healthy and good to go.
I've seen some people comparing this to the JSN injury where he kind of got hurt early and never came back. But the difference between that is like he got hurt. He tried to come back a couple of times. And then this reminds me more of the Nick Bosa injury. Where, remember, it was a core injury, whatever the hell that means.
Right.
And then we just thought he would be back eventually because it happened like the 3rd week of the season. And then it was like, you know what? I'm just going to get ready for the draft. Peace out. That's what I'm worried about Carnell Tate doing.
It's too much. It's a legacy at stake here.
Was there not with Nick Bosa?
No.
Really?
No.
You don't think there was a legacy for Nick Bosa?
Was Alex Grinch the DC at the time?
He might have been.
I think he was. No.
Might have been the same.
No.
That's actually really funny if that's the case. I don't know. But all I would say with Carnell Tate is we don't know what Jeremiah Smith's injury is, but, I mean, Twitter doctors are saying it's like back or hamstring related because of the way he was limping. Carnell Tate, the rumors are, I guess, I don't know if there's been a report about it because state-controlled media over there at Ohio State doesn't want this info out there, but it looks like he's got a calf injury. And if you have a calf injury, we know watching sports enough, those calf injuries can turn into Achilles injuries if you're not careful with them. I don't blame Ohio State for being careful with him. I don't blame him for being careful. He's got an NFL future to think about. But, Dylan, to your point, if that is what the risk of if it is a calf injury, and again, I'd love Ohio State, feel free to clarify what his injury is. You could please let us know 2 hours before the game this week. But, yeah, if that's what he's dealing with, then that's where my concerns of how long-term is not long-term. Does that mean this week both will play? Obviously, I'm sure they can't know about Jeremiah Smith, but how bad off is Carnell Tate? If Jeremiah Smith looked like that, then how bad is Carnell Tate's injury? They didn't even dress him. That's where I get my level of concern.
Got the answer.
What's that?
Alex Grinch was the DC in 2018, the cold DC in 2018. Nick Bosa left 2018.
Oh, there you go.
Left Ohio State in 2018
in protest of how bad Alex Grinch was. He was like, I'm done. This sucks. I've seen enough.
Go hand to hand. Hand to hand.
Shedeur Sanders may have heard of him. He started a game, or didn't start. He got into a game for the Browns yesterday. He may have started the Browns era of Shedeur Sanders. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Monday. We are noticing no crashes on the roads, but definitely seeing some slowdowns really starting to build over and around the metro this morning. Starting off over on our west side this morning. A live look at that 70 and 270 intersection this morning. Pretty slow moving 70 eastbound as you're heading towards downtown this morning. But hey, looking a little bit better for folks in Delaware County this morning. If you are stepping out the door, really great news if you're taking 71 south. 36 to 270 will only take you about 10 minutes this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Columbus Aesthetic and Plastic Surgery. Visit experiencecaps.com today and use code TYVISCAPS for $1,000 off a NeoGraft treatment.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, sign professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-58-99966.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My toilet's clogged, bathtub too, the sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere. Oh, please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee. It's 93 or free. Guaranteed. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Get ready for big savings this season at Germain Toyota. Drive home a rugged 2026 Toyota Tundra with 2.99% APR for up to 72 months, plus get $1,000 in customer cash. Or take the wheel of a 2026 Toyota Camry LE. Lease it for just $269 a month for 36 months with 10,000 miles a year and $32.99 due at signing. Whether it's power or performance you're after, Germain Toyota has the deal to get you there in style. Visit Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road or online at germaintoyota.net. Come on, kids, we're going to Grandma's house.
Grandma's house! Grandma's house!
What do we do to be safe and ready to go? We buckle up.
Buckle up!
Phones down.
Thumbs down!
And when we go,
Take it slow!
and if you drank,
Don't drive. And off we go.
ODOT, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and the Ohio Traffic Safety Office are doing their part to keep roads safe. Do your part to make sure everyone makes it home safe for the holidays.
Our students need more than backpacks and pencils to succeed in our schools and in life. It takes a whole team of dedicated professionals to meet their needs so they can reach their full potential. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Winsing. This American Education Week, let's stand together in support of the teachers, the para-educators, school bus drivers, custodians, secretaries, and so many others who work together to serve Ohio's public school students. Because in Ohio, public education matters.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Did you know Austin and Berm host a show at Roosters? And did you know that Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences? Tickets, sideline passes, trips to a postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start off mostly clear and chilly with wake-up temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s, and then don't let the sunshine fool you this afternoon. Daytime highs only topping out in the mid to upper 40s. For tonight, starting off mostly clear with rain developing toward daybreak on Tuesday. Could see it mixed with some snowflakes for the morning commute, but no accumulation is expected. Wake-up temperatures on Tuesday right around freezing. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
What's the point of watching football all weekend if you can't overanalyze it?
Reaction Monday is sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. 2 men with 5 combined offspring. None of them have penises. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You will be right there. James says, Ryan Day said there's no concern they won't be ready for the game. Talking about the wide receiver injuries to Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith. Todd says, here we go, T-Bone with his chicken little takes.
What's that even mean?
I mean, I've only had like the sky's falling. I mean, again, if everyone's healthy and good, I'm not even worried about that. It's all the mental stuff with Ohio State and Michigan. It's been 6 years since I've seen them win. Come on.
I'm sorry.
This has to be the year.
Are they 7? Have we never heard a coach maybe not exactly tell the truth before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Ryan does say it's okay, so it's okay. What's he supposed to say? Carnell Tate's not coming back, guys.
Well,
is that would you expect him to say that?
I want to be clear. I believe Carnell Tate is going to play for the Buckeyes. I would hope he's going to play this weekend because he's had 2 weeks off to get right with whatever it was that's bugging him. If it was such a minor injury that it was like we almost played him against Purdue but then decided not to, then fine.
You know what your problem is?
What's my problem?
You worry too much.
Yes, I worry all the time, Tyvis. It's not a feature. It's a bug.
How can you live your life like that? Just worrying all the time.
Tyvis, I worry about the things that I can't control because that's the problem. I need to worry about the things I can control, not the things I can't control.
You don't trust them in the Woody?
No, I trust that I know nothing about what's going on there because they keep us purposely in the dark, and that's fine. I just want it to be right by the time we get to Michigan, Indiana, presumably in the Big Ten championship game, and then whoever it is in the 3 playoff games.
They asked him, "Is it long term?" He said, "No."
Define long term, Tyvis, because what is long? 2 weeks is not a long term injury. That's the concern. If he doesn't play in 2 weeks, that's not a long term injury. I would like further follow up. That's all.
That's the concerning part for me. If what they're saying is true and he tweaks something in a warm-up against Purdue and they're like, okay, Carnell, he tweaked his calf or whatever, he's going to be out 1 to 3 weeks. I'd be like, okay, cool, thanks for the transparency.
That's fine, yeah.
But he just randomly is out against Purdue. No one asks any questions about it in the week leading up to UCLA.
Shocking.
And then we randomly find out on Saturday that he's not playing. And then it's like, oh, it's not a long-term thing. And to you, what does that mean? If they, like I said, if they were very specific, he's going to miss this amount of time, I wouldn't be going crazy about this right now. But because it's like, he'll be back when he gets back. That's what's making me panic.
People in the chat like, what are you panicked about? What am I panicked about? Have you watched the last 4 Michigan games? That's what I'm panicked about. I can't have it happen again this year.
You don't think that they could beat them without those two?
I thought they could beat them when Michigan didn't have Colston, Loveland, and Will Johnson.
I'm losing my mind.
That's what I thought was going to happen last year. Know.
Yeah, last year they had their best defensive player gone, their best offensive weapon gone, and Ohio State had all of its seniors and everybody back. And then I got Jack Sawyer fighting people at the end of the game because we're planting a flag at midfield and Ryan Day staring off into the distance wondering, am I going to work here soon? I don't know. Like, that's where we were last year. So, yes, until I see it, I will be a little concerned. I was way less concerned until I found out receiver 1 and 1A in college football are now a little gimpy going into the biggest stretch of games you have. So, yeah. Rutgers, I don't need to see anybody play. I'm not saying that Carnell Tate has to play. What I'm saying is it will be 3 weeks of him not playing if he doesn't play this week. Then you go into the Michigan game kind of cold there. Jeremiah Smith looked like he had a big limp coming off the field. I've seen people saying that's a WWE thing. That's a work. He's just limping off the field to put that on tape for everybody. Okay, great. If that's the level we're going to, I applaud it. I love the acting. I hope that's what's happening. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
You can't blame some Buckeye fans for being a little concerned about that.
For some odd reson, I'm like the least bit concerned about this. Maybe it's wrong.
About two of your best players being injured going into the stretch of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see it out of the team up north. I really don't.
Okay. Who do they play after that? Indiana. Would it worry you then if you don't have your 2 best players at 100%?
I think it'll be that'll
2 of your best players.
Well, you're the one talking about the whole season's a failure if they don't win the game.
Well, that's true. They haven't. I said it's not a success. I didn't say it was a failure. I said it's not a success. The successful part of a season is getting gold pants.
What is the opposite of success?
You can determine whatever you want with that.
Okay, like Giannis. So Michael Jordan played all these seasons.
We're not doing this argument again. You have 4 gold pants. You were successful. You let me have
only one of my seasons at Ohio State was success.
Because you won a national championship?
Correct.
Okay. That's fine. That's your standard. I have a different standard.
That's the standard. That ain't my standard. That's the standard.
Just before any of us were born, the standard was beat Michigan. Before there were 12 teams, 8 teams, 4 teams, 2 teams, no teams, there was Michigan. Okay? That's what I'm saying.
They also say that.
Before there were 24, 28, Tony Petitti was 38 teams in the thing.
When a kid gets recruited and goes to a place, what's the one thing that he wants to do while he in his 4 years of college?
Go to the NFL. Oh, win a national championship. I'm sorry. That's the PC answer. So but the real answer is get paid, go to the NFL.
When every team break their huddle at the end of training camp, what do they say? 1, 2, 3 championship.
That's good. Okay. That's everywhere else. It's not here.
So
here it's beat Michigan. It's beat Michigan.
It is.
Yeah.
That's included. Yeah. That's included. But the success of a season is winning the Natty.
Great. I hope they do both. I hope they do all.
I mean,
Guess
the
what
good
I would
thing
like
is
them to
I
have?
did both. So.
Yes, I know.
I did both.
And that, Tyvis, is only the only reason why we're friends is because you did both of those, and I don't have to yell at you anymore. I'm happy about this result. I'll
be at the game this year. So
okay, good. Yes. Did they confirm that?
Well, the tailgate is at Ann Arbor.
Okay, that's big news because Big Ten tailgate going up to Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Since 2019 when Ohio State has not beat Michigan all this time.
I haven't been to a game. I haven't been to that game since 2015 when I played in it.
Okay. So Mr. Four Gold Pants is going to show up.
I'll be there.
And he is going
to wear them on your neck?
You know what? I only got one. I gave the other 3 away to my family. I got one. I got to get the charm, like the hook that go on the chain. I got to get that part fixed.
Yeah. Make sure you get your championship ring out of the car too.
I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I know like Common Man and Timmy, they talk to Bob Capace all the time over at Wellington Jewelers. Maybe go talk to him. Get it all lined up because we need all the good juju going up there.
Well,
we need you to bring it.
I won big last night, so I got a couple of dollars to get it fixed.
By the way, we have 30 seconds, so give me this. Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, who's the better option for the Browns right now?
Right now?
Right now, tomorrow. Tyvis Powell's in charge of the offense. Name a starter. Let's say he clears concussion protocol.
What are we trying to accomplish? Do we want the game
have
to be
an offense that doesn't suck? Who are we giving the ball to?
An offense that doesn't suck?
The offense that has the best chance to win.
It's a wash.
All right.
It's a wash.
All right. Fine.
I think that if you're talking about who got the higher upside, it's always been Shedeur. But like until they get an offensive line and some receivers, it's a wash. I can't really judge neither one of them because they don't have nothing around them.
Yeah, I think the higher upside is Shedeur, but I'm with you. Like he didn't show anything last night that makes you go, oh my gosh, there it is. The thing he showed was he can throw the ball down the field and actually looks more accurate than Dylan Gabriel. But if he's on his back half the time because he's taking terrible sacks, it doesn't matter. You have to fix a lot more with this team than quarterback. And I think that's the biggest thing we learned last night with the Browns, which we kind of already knew. It ain't just about the quarterback. It's every other thing wrong with this organization. And that's why they're hopefully going to clean house at the end of the year and start the F over. They need to. They
might get rid of one, not both.
Yeah. Downtown Dad said, I'm a better option at Browns quarterback 1, which, you know what, Dad? I haven't seen you play, but I'll take your word for it. Couldn't be any worse. 2 minutes away, Joshua Perry will join us, former Buckeye NBC sports analyst. We'll talk college football with him next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, drivers are getting pretty slow over on the north side, 270 eastbound, noticing that from 315, 23, and even by that 71 and 270 intersection, just slower traffic out there, as well as 315 southbound, 30 miles per hour reported this morning. Also for folks in Gahanna, be mindful as you're heading towards the downtown scene, taking 670 maybe in that westbound direction, down to 38 miles per hour already. No crashes in this area, just a lot more people out the door. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season with a Home for the Holidays raffle. And help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish Kids. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit ahomefortheholidayscolumbus.org to buy your tickets. That's ahomefortheholidayscolumbus.org. Terms and conditions apply.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
The Buckeyes, the Big Ten, and the rest of college football. We tackle it all in the breakdown with Joshua Perry.
Every Monday this year time, we talk to our guy, Buckeye legend, NBC sports analyst Joshua Perry on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. JP, my level of concern is high. I am nervous about the 2 wide receivers for the Buckeyes. Am I being too panicky? and worried about Ohio State not having two of its best offensive weapons in the coming weeks?
Yeah, it's I think it's a concern for a lot of people. It's a little lunatic fringy. The Cornell Tate one is the one that I'm not as worried about. So they held him out. And I know it's like Ryan Day never really says anything about injuries. And if I was him, I wouldn't say more than I have to, right? But I trust that they've been really precautionary with that one. I think seeing Jeremiah limping around is the image that I struggle with a little bit more. It's probably one of those, like, why did you even put him in uniform for UCLA? But I don't think they would have risked the idea of him being able to play against Michigan, him being able to play in the Big Ten title game, or ultimately their availability in the stretch run to make it to a title game. So I'm not as worried. Like, I'd like for this team to be 100% healthy for Michigan. I want them to beat Michigan as bad as anything this year, right? But we also know that in this era of college football, you got to just be ready for the postseason. Like, you got to be as healthy as you can possibly be for when the college football playoffs start so you can make that run for a championship. And it pains me because it feels like it minimizes one of the things that I felt like was the most important thing in the world, which was try to beat your rival and then go play for a Big Ten championship. But the reality is, if these guys are 100% healthy by, mid to late December, you feel like you're in position to do exactly what Ohio State did last year.
Josh, I watched your broadcast. It was great, by the way. You listed 5 teams that you felt were national champion contenders. And the one, it's the one that's not on the list that I want to ask you about. Texas A&M, the ones that's the best in the SEC currently. You don't see it, huh? Are you saying that the SEC is overrated?
So this is the question that I was asked was teams that I trust, right? Watching A&M all year long, and in particular watching what you watched on Saturday, like, is that a team that you say that you trust? And the answer to me is no. It's a team that I think is fully capable of winning a championship. It's a team that I think when they're playing at their highest level is a very dangerous football team. That's a team that is a very high variance football team, and I don't trust them right now. And this is not the only game, right? Like, getting down by 27 points in the first half of a game to a team that has 3 wins is insane. It's almost disqualifying to me, and this is part of the reason why, like, I just look at some of the teams that end up getting into an extended playoff, and I'm like, why the hell are we doing this? But the idea that they were down by 27 in the first half, at home, by the way, is insane to me. But they're able to make the comeback and do what they do, and it's like, it's perfectly fine. They played a nasty game against Arkansas, who is also a bad football team. I don't know if you remember when they played Auburn. I think that was a game where they only scored like 16 points, right? Like, there have been these games against teams that are not good football teams where offense didn't show up, defense didn't show up, whatever the case was. And against South Carolina, it was both the offense and the defense that didn't show up. I know everybody talks about Marcel Reed, that bad first half, their wide receivers couldn't catch the football at all. 80% of South Carolina's offensive yardage production came in the first half of that football game. Think about what I just said there. And so for me to trust a team in the college football playoff, I know you can't have that first half against one of the teams that you're going to see in the postseason. You're going home. And so my trust level for them is low. It's 5 teams for me. It's Ohio State. It's Indiana. Georgia, after watching them this weekend, I'm scared. I am scared. Georgia looks like they're hitting their stride, and Kirby can do that whole people didn't believe in us thing that he loves to do. Notre Dame, which I know is going to bother some people out there, but just look at the way that they've played these last handful of weeks. Like, it feels like this is what they do under Marcus Freeman. They screw around early, and then they start playing their best football as the season goes on. And then Texas Tech, which my biggest concern for both Tech and Indiana is this idea of how much depth do they have to make a run, but their starters are as good as anybody in America.
Joshua Barrett joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So obviously, I agree with everything you said there about the college football playoffs. I think that is obviously the focus for the future, but you know where my brain is. It's still on Ohio State, Michigan. Sorry to the school from New Jersey that they're playing this weekend. Here's the thing. There is a growing sentiment, and I heard you kind of hinting at it a little bit. I'm not saying you said it, but I know that there are some people out there saying, hey, maybe if your guys aren't healthy for the Michigan game, maybe you don't run them out there.
Yeah.
Because you got to be prepared for college football playoff, all that. I'm saying as a Buckeye, though, like, do you think there's any world where Ryan Day looks at 80% Jeremiah Smith and says, sorry, buddy, we're holding you out today? Like, for the Michigan game, I can't see that. Am I off base there?
I feel like he has to. If Jeremiah isn't, I would say 90% is probably the cut line for me. But if it's anything less than that, like it's an unfortunate thing. I hate saying it, but this is more about, big picture protecting the team. But also, I don't think you should do that to your athlete either. Like that, Jeremiah's going to be back. Like he's going to have other opportunities at it. Which really, it's unfortunate. It's the thing that bothers me about the 12-team playoff is folks tried to convince me. They really gaslit me in multiple ways. They tried to say, we're going to have all these important games in November. And what really happened was that we shifted the importance of Ohio State, Michigan onto other games in November, which bothers me. Like the most important rivalry, the best rivalry in the sport, doesn't have the same impact because of the expanded playoff era. So that bothers me. The other thing, Pat Narduzzi, we talked about it last week, but he basically straight up told us the thing. The other thing they're trying to gaslight us on too, by the way, is there are people who say that if you think that you want the best 12 teams and you don't want this potential group of 5 team that has 2 or 3 losses by the end of the year in there, that you don't actually like football, which is insane because we never used to discuss the group of 5 in their ability to win championships. So that's an aside here. To me, I want Ohio State to be fully healthy playing Michigan. I want them to beat the team up north. And I think people are also not forgetting in the grand scheme, Michigan only has 1 loss in conference. So, like, if Ohio State loses to Michigan, it's not guaranteed that they go to play Indiana in the Big Ten championship either. Like, there are so many things that matter in this, but you play the game to win a title. And if you're trying to weigh making a 3 or 4 game run in the postseason versus having a guy perfectly available for a game 2 weeks from now, which the world that we live in has extracted value away from, whether we want to acknowledge that, which I hate acknowledging or not, like that's the song and dance that you're up against.
When you coming into this weekend, where were you on the Heisman? Did you have Julian or Fernando as the favorite going into last weekend?
I had Julian as the edge over Fernando. The guy who I had on the top of my list heading into last weekend put himself in hell in terms of the Heisman race. And that was Ty Simpson. I mean, that was a just as miserable of a performance. He threw it to Oklahoma, pick 6. He put it on the ground. Like, I think they got exposed in the thing that I've been talking about with Alabama that's bothered me about them all year long is they don't run the football. And so you had Oklahoma, high pressure rate team that was just able to dial it up, and they made Ty Simpson look bad. It's Julian's trophy for me until I'm proven otherwise. I know people are like, oh, Julian hasn't had a lot of drama and he hasn't had a lot of moments. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, you can't be on a really good team and win the Heisman. I didn't know that. Like, maybe I should tell Joe Burrow to turn his trophy back in.
Well, the reason, well, it's a couple of things with that. One, have you seen Joe Burrow's numbers from that year? It's like it's like double. But what I was getting,
but he was throwing to really good receivers, and nobody discredited him for that.
Yeah,
what I was getting at is that this past game he didn't have Jeremiah for the entire game, and he didn't have Carnell
for the entire game. Jeremiah had for half. Yeah.
And his numbers is, I mean, it's fine. He threw 23 for 184 yards, but it's not the same. So, like, does it feed into the narrative of that his numbers is only big because of the receivers?
Yeah, I think if you're not a ball knower and you don't watch ball, it could feed into whatever narrative you want it to feed into. There have been games where Julian's numbers haven't necessarily been super big too, but it's very game plan dependent. There are teams that have made decisions, and we saw this from UCLA. They play too high, they drop 8. They're literally like, we're not going to let these guys just like throw the football down the field. We're not going to let them have these big windows to get open because this is a team that's dangerous that way. And then you play a team like Penn State where the DC is like, well, I'm going to go in and show them they should have paid me $3 million. And he decides that he's going to have his guys playing man-to-man, and he's got his secondary looking like they can't cover. Right. And so to me, I look at what is actually happening on the field, which a lot of teams have said, we're going to make Ohio State be patient getting up and down the field. We're going to make them throw it short. And we are not going to create these one-on-ones where these guys are going to embarrass us. And those are the games where Julian's numbers maybe aren't as big. But the efficiency is still ridiculous. That's my question to people is like, if you want a guy who has moments or whatever, like we're looking at the award from a very different standpoint. He could have the most accurate season we have ever seen in college football history. I've watched quarterbacks at Ohio State throw it to Chris Olave and JSN and Garrett Wilson and Mecca Ibuka and Marvin Harrison Jr., and we're not this accurate. There's never been a quarterback who's had a more accurate season. How is that not like the biggest thing that could qualify you for winning a Heisman Trophy?
No, that's a great point. That's why we love talking to you every week. And Joshua, when we talk next week, there's one game that'll be on my mind. That's it. We have one more weekend of football before we get to that Michigan week and Turkey week. So
I mean, I'm over here. It's going to be a tough one because I'm going to be watching tape starting this week, getting ready, trying to figure out how I would game plan against those dudes. By the way, I'm doing test runs on Thanksgiving dishes. I'm doing the turkey this year too, guys. So it's going to be big 2-week stretch here, getting ready for Thanksgiving, and then ultimately we got to beat those guys up north.
Is it at your home? Am I invited?
It's at my parents' house. My mom was very adamant that she wanted to host, which I offered, but she said no. So one of my parents' house.
And also adamant that Tyvis was not invited, which I like.
I was invited back when I was in college. I'm sure if she let me get a plate.
Don't do that.
Yeah, Tyvis used to come to Thanksgiving all the time.
See? Did you bring a side dish?
No,
of course not. I'm looking forward to finding out what the side dish is next
college kid, so
Joshua, I can't wait to find out what the side dishes you dial up are. I want to know what they are next week. All right, so have a full list ready.
I'm going to let you know, and then I'll take photos and everything and shoot them over to you guys.
There we go. Perfect. There he is, Joshua Perry, joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are still closely watching a crash as you're heading downtown this morning. It's happening on 71. That's southbound direction by Linden. Right at Rubber Road this morning. A left shoulder blocked out there. Looking okay when it comes to travel times this morning. 32 miles per hour, but could be a lot better for this Monday morning commute. As for our friends in Grove City, if you're making your way towards the metro this morning, maybe taking 71 northbound Green Lawn Avenue. Pretty slow moving this morning. A lot more people heading to work and to school as of right now. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Another summer has ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Tri-State Men's Health and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Make your holiday shopping easier with BMI Federal Credit Union. Get a holiday loan and choose from $1,000, $3,000, or $5,000 with low fixed rates and no application fees. Visit bmifcu.org/holiday loan for details.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Right now, save on new Santa Fe and Tucson's with 0% financing and make no payments for 90 days. 0%. Go now, Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com with approved credit ends 12/1.
Truck drivers, the holiday rush is here. Take advantage by becoming a Schneider driver. By driving for one of America's busiest carriers, you'll stay busy during the holiday season and throughout the new year. Plus, as a Schneider driver, you'll have access to top quality driver support and newer equipment spec'd with the latest safety and comfort features that drivers want. Don't wait. Get a jump on 2026 by exploring jobs in your area today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Lights are going up, snow is falling down. There's a feeling of goodwill around town. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here.
McRib season is here at McDonald's. Right now, enjoy a McRib and pair it with our world-famous fries and an icy cold Dr. Pepper at participating McDonald's for a limited time.
McRib is here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
When you're building a single-family house, multi-unit house, townhouse, penthouse, row house, or tiny house, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. The Columbus builders who are building Columbus do. They know they can rent the right equipment at the right price right now, thanks to the largest rental fleet and most rental locations in Columbus. All powered by people for equipment know-how, support, transport, and training. So no matter what you've got going in or going up, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, ooh, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
One of these men was prom king. It was T-Bone. I swear to God, you think I'm lying, don't you? But I'm serious. He didn't always look like this, okay? Here's the prom king and Tyvis.
Tyvis is here. I'm T-Bone. I'm angry at everything.
Always angry.
And now he's got me angry.
Ryan Baker is
Apparently,
here.
Baker's
I got
up.
Baker fired up a little bit.
Baker's fired up about a couple of things, but
Well, I was already fired. Like what we were talking about, I was already fired up about something that I heard from this weekend anyway, so it just made it even more.
I know. Yeah. I wasn't even referring to that. I was talking about the spitting on people.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand that. First of all, I was fired up for you. I'm pumped for you.
I appreciate you know what, Baker. I
Big
appreciate
win
you
last night.
sweating my bet while I worked. I
Big win last night. Well, I mean, you were making me money, so I might as well be rooting for you to make money.
For those who don't know the dynamic here, when Tyvis does post games, he does them now here at the Fan, and someone has to run the board for that, and that person is Ryan Baker.
Correct.
So Baker gets a check for doing that. Tyvis gets a check when the Browns mail it to him for that.
No. I don't mail it.
Now you get it.
I go pick it up.
Okay, that's good.
I go pick it up
because after that debacle.
So now I had no problem. Mine got there.
Must be nice. I'm not going to even chance it no more. I know the government is back up and running. I don't care. I'm going to come pull up and put that in my hand.
Why buy toilet paper, though, when you got $5 bills, right, Tyvis?
That's
who needs more money?
Yeah, you get a bidet.
See, I know. Is that how it is there? I don't want to. What is that, Shanahan Road or whatever? Is that how it is up there?
I don't have a bidet, but I know during the COVID pandemic, they said that it was smarter because toilet paper was like the #1 thing that was being bought from stores.
People were hoarding it.
Yeah, so they said you should get a bidet and just use that. That way you don't have to buy toilet paper.
I just had to go outside and use the hose.
This is my problem is I'm afraid that if I ever, because I've thought about getting the bidet, but I thought like if you ever have a, like a comfy chair, or maybe your bed is really nice. You go to a hotel, you sleep in that bed, you're like, I can't even sleep here. Yeah. Well, now if every public toilet suddenly that I need to use doesn't have a bidet, am I going to be spoiled if I get that? I feel like once you go to that level, you can't go back to just the common way of doing things. So I don't want to get myself spoiled. That's why I don't use the bidet.
I understand where you're coming from, but when nature calls, well, you don't have a choice.
That is fair enough. Exactly right. Also, I'm sure you guys will get into this, but Baker was fired up about when did it become a thing to spit?
I don't understand. Like, has this always been a thing that I just missed, or
that was never a thing for me growing up?
Like this is like the last 3 years. Everybody's spitting at everyone.
I knew. The only time I like actually seen it was like when somebody like would fight and they beat them up and then they spit on them at the end. Like that's just like the disrespectful thing. But to initiate the fight is I'm gonna just spit on you and just think, oh, yeah, I'm going to spit on you, and that's just going to be the end of it. I don't know where that thought process came from.
If you're
because,
spitting...
like I said, Jalen Ramsey responded how I feel like 98% of men would respond.
If you're spitting on me, I've already won. I'm already in your head, and I've won. So I'm not saying like you don't want to.
I'm getting ejected, and I'm gonna pay that fine.
That's what I mean. Is he's won in that way because he's already got you. He's got you going crazy. But you can't.
I'm gonna get ejected.
It's a good thing it wasn't a close game for the Steelers because I mean it kind of was at the time that occurred, but then it didn't matter because the Bengals defense is trash.
The Bengals have to be the worst tackling team.
Oh my God!
Ever assembled on planet Earth? Like that. I don't know who's 22 for the Bengals.
That's their safety. Yeah, Geno Stone. Yeah,
I mean that dude is Olay tackling. He's jumping to the side and reaching. I mean, he is making business decisions.
Darnell Washington got that ball. He was hilarious. No parts of it.
All right. Well, what's coming up on the show other than talking about spitting and tackling?
Obviously, a lot of Buckeye talk. Should we be concerned about these wide receiver injuries? Should we be concerned about Julian Saint's knee? Because he looked like a different player after he tweaked that knee in that game. We'll talk to Austin Ward at 10:30 and should have some Shelley time. The Jackets taking on the Canadiens tonight at Nationwide.
There you go. Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
So many things we didn't even get to today because there's just so much to talk about. J.J. McCarthy, my guy.
Oh, yeah.
Another loss for old JJ. But
he had a moment where I was like, okay, he might do it.
No, that's fine. You can shoot yourself in the foot as much as you want and then come back off the mat, whatever. But here's what I want to tell you about. Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin said this. After their win against Florida, Florida's obviously one of the jobs he's rumored to be taking. Here's the quote. He was asked about his future at Ole Miss. He said, I love what we're doing here. Today was awesome. To even talk about it right now would be so disrespectful to our players and what they did today. Translation, he gone. Like, I don't know where he's going to, but it would be disrespectful to talk about your future. Not if you're going to stay.
LSU.
All you have to do is say, I'm here for life, baby. That's not disrespectful, but apparently he is on his way out.
NFLSU is what they call it.
Well, that's not what it is right now. It's CFLSU right now, baby. They got some problems there. That's it for us. Bishop and Friends is next. Have a great rest of your Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, crew members are still in the scene of a crash just south of our metro and really just east of Commercial Point this morning. That crash happening on 23, that northbound direction at that State Route 762 area. A left lane still blocked this morning as crew members work to clean up some debris out there, so do be mindful. Lastly, some drive times northbound, not too bad, at least 315 northbound, 670 to 270. That will only take you 10 minutes on this Monday morning commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albi.